We are live.
People, shh, be quiet out there. It's almost Christmas time, so be quiet. Yeah, it's 12. Hey, who's this? No, Chicky. Get off there, Chicky, before you get us in trouble. No. There's definite possibilities. I could translate. Yes. Give me some of that. Give me some of that alcohol. Is what she's saying now. Oh wait, no. Hey man, isn't it? Oh, I thought that was Lucy's husband there for a minute. It's I had that sneaky feeling it was Lucy's husband. You guys know we're not through yet, so
Okay,
maybe
I
it's cold.
rescued saved the banner. Yay!
It's cold outside. Woohoo! Yeah.
Tune in to UFO Undercover, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
Damn hippies, get your ass to Wednesday night. That's all nice. Right.
Are you ready to explore the unknown? Dive into the world of the strange, mysterious, and unexplained with Eerie Expeditions Magazine. Each issue is packed with spine-tingling tales, cutting-edge paranormal investigations, and exclusive insights into hauntings, cryptids, UFOs, and more. Whether you're a seasoned investigator or just love a good ghost story, Eerie Expeditions Magazine has something for you. Join our growing community of truth seekers and adventure lovers. Subscribe today at EerieExpeditionsMagazine.com and unlock the secrets of the supernatural. Are you ready? That's EerieExpeditionsMagazine.com, where the extraordinary is just a click away. Dare to discover.
Hey, what happened?
Oh no!
I've been having issues with the roller on the inside of StreamYard. You know how you roll the promos up and down?
Yeah.
It just disappears. The little bar just disappears. I don't know what's up with that.
Weird.
I don't know, peeps. Yes, it sucks. Big weenie wonk. It does. But anyway, welcome to News and it's the wrong show.
What?
Welcome to
What?
Who are
Hey,
we at?
What
welcome
was
to
that again?
welcome to the Frankie Hour. Yes, with Frankie Burt and Johnny White. Oh, you mean Johnny Walker Red? We can go that way too. But anyway, welcome to the chat. See, I almost said it again. It's hey man, we say it for like 3 hours, it gets stuck in your head. Anyway, Jeff, John, where are y'all at? Which messenger? Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't get to the other one from here. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that page. I gotta go there and mess with it and see what's up with it. You have to ask Facebook. I don't have no control-y over Facebooky. Facebook does what Facebook wants to do. Yeah, unfortunately. But anyway, welcome to the show. I hope everyone's out there having a good time or enjoying yourself. I know it's very close to Christmas now. 12 days of Christmas. You better be bringing your old lady or your old man something home every day.
×2.
That's right. 12 days of Christmas. Yes, one day bring her a duck home. One day bring her a raw chicken home.
Oh no, my machine did the update and it closed all the old. All right, I'll get them back.
Get some pork loins, yeah. Yeah, good stuff. What you want, diamonds and emeralds and amethyst, I bet. What do I want? I want a 1957 Corvette pop top. Yeah, it's fully tricked out, but all new engine. I don't need it to be It don't need to have the old crap under the hood. New AC, new dash, yeah. Well, the frame, pop top it. What's got the pop tops? They click on, click, click, click. They're like giant T-tops is what they are. Yeah. A couple of $1 million in the bank. I'm not greedy. Renew my passport so I can travel around the planet, stuff like that. Yes, I'm ready to go to
Mars.
I'm gonna go to live in Russia for a couple of years. Russia and China. I'm gonna go back and forth between Russia and China.
You know what, Joe? I don't think Russia or China would be ready for you.
Yes, they do. They tell me that they give me money to come live there. They give us all money to come live there. Moscow said any man anywhere on the planet that feels like he's trapped in woke bullshit is welcome in Moscow. We will help you to get a job and a career and a home and have lots of babies. They're serious. They ain't got no population left. They only had 180 million people, and they done killed 3 million indigents off in the war.
Wow.
Their fighting population is shrinking quickly. Their old population is getting old quickly. Oh, so their baby boomer population probably makes up half their population. And then their baby under, say, 10 makes up probably another 35%. So you only really have that 15%. 10% of 180 million is only 18 million. So you're looking at about 24 million people, which they've already killed 3 million of. And that's got to cover the entire Russia border. You know how fucking big Russia's border is? It's huge. It's monstrous, man. Of course, a big chunk of it's up there against China, but still.
Oh, here we go.
Days, man, to Halloween. Oh, I was going to say.
That's the official start. Okay, now, look, I work retail, and this stuff starts coming in. And some Christmas stuff, too, starts coming in June and July. And so the official beginning of the Halloween season is Halloween. It's when all the Christmas stuff starts coming, all the Thanksgiving stuff, all of it comes in. Anyway, so that starts it. So 321 days until the beginning of the next season. We're still in it now. Thanksgiving, 347 days. Christmas, 11 days. You guys are off. 11 days, 4 hours, 35 minutes.
I can read the calendar. It's just 12, 13. That's 12 days.
Well, this is the official countdowner here. And then this is the wait, hold on. Sorry. Wait. I got to do it this way. Share this tab instead. So there's Thanksgiving, 347.
For Thanksgiving.
There's Christmas, 11. There's
Wow.
New Year's, 18 days. 18 days until that we're halfway through this decade already. Jesus.
Boy, this calendar of yours don't know how to count real well, does it?
These are like from off of Google. This is timeanddate.com. I mean,
well, I can't help it. They must be in a different country or something.
It must be some kind of, I don't know.
I mean,
Those are the numbers that they have on there.
What's that, Jeffrey? No. So, what are you talking about? Till Christmas, yeah. So on this, it's 12, and then you've got another 7 after that, which would be 19. Yes. And then this stupid thing he's got up there, it said 4 hours. It's only going to be 10 days. 11 days. There must be like on a European time zone or something. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Matt, aliens aren't real. It's a figment of your imagination. Yeah. Ghosts are also a figment of your imagination.
I'm not getting into it with you tonight, Joe.
If you seen a ghost, you're mental. You're ill.
I am.
Professional help. I wasn't talking about you. And if you
Wait a minute. You said he couldn't be on the station unless he was a mentally ill and unstable person, and that's why he's here with us.
That's right. And if you've seen an alien, you're twice as ill as Sean is. However ill he is. Twice. That sounds pretty scary to me. What do you mean? Why do you think ghosts exist? What has a ghost got to do? What do you think? The ghost just exists to haunt your dumbass? I mean, really? So you have to look at it from my point of view. Do you know how many people have lived and died since creation?
Billions. But
So
That's
do you
not
know
just
how many-
humans too. Other creatures and civilizations before
So
us.
do you know how many potential ghosts that would leave walking around on our planet? And why does whatever control the other side even allow ghosts to exist? Why wouldn't it go zap? You know, like a
Who do you
bug zapper,
think-
it's a ghost zapper.
Who do you think controls
I
the
got
other
a ghost zapper.
Who do you think? Who do you think controls the other side?
I do. So if you have a ghost, I'm a
Zool.
ghost zapper. Listen, if you have a ghost, call me. I'm a ghost zapper. As soon as I walk in your house, the ghost will be gone. I won't even have to say "be gone, ghost." It will just be gone. I'm serious. I'm a ghost zapper. Just
Same here.
they don't like me.
Nope.
Probably
Me
because I
neither.
absorb it and eat them like they're chocolate fudge or something.
I remember some investigations, Joe. Honest to God, I'd had to sit out in my car for at least 3 hours so they could get some evidence. And once I walked into the house, all the ghosties were gone. That's a fact.
They get out of ghost. Yeah, well, my friends won't bring me anymore. They're like, well, you can't come with us. Well, because what they'll do is they'll go find this place. They're like, oh God, you gotta come because they always call me a non-believer. So they're like, you gotta come see. And I walk in, you can hear them all talking. They're like, they're freaking shit. What is it, man? They hate you or something. I said, now it won't even be haunted again. If you come back even without me, it's not gonna be haunted anymore. And they're like, but that don't make any sense. I said, well, that's because ghosties ain't real. It's a figment of your fucking imagination. And you're like, no. Yeah. You can't. A good friend of mine, Crystal's like, you can't say that. You can't say that. So I just fucking did. What are you talking
Who
about?
said that? Who said that, Joe?
Oh, I tell my Ghostbuster friends all the time. It's especially the ones in New Orleans because they're always telling me about vampires. I'm like, you bunch of wussies.
Yeah, I mean, they not heard of Wendigo. I mean, the tales of Wendigo. I mean, it's worse than cannibalism, really. But I mean, it's
They don't exist. They don't exist.
You talk to some of the First Nation peoples, and they will disagree with you 100%, Shawnee.
Yeah, they're definitely crazy too. Them First Nation people. Oh my God, God dropped a mud pile on their head.
Wendigos are shaman who turn bad.
Ooh, I got
That's who Wendigos are.
Martha, where you?
Well, the stories that evolve from the Wendigo stories of the native, First Nation tribes, it evolves around, brutal cannibalism. Like
There you
eating
go.
people alive and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
There's our boy, Doomsday J. Ross. There he is.
Hey, what?
I think Jay's just
I
looking
didn't
for some.
start it. It's a fact. I mean, consult any native tribes on Wendigo. They'll tell you how graphic the stories are.
No, I think he's just after some of that. What's people tartar? That's what he's after. Little people tartar.
That's what the evil Wendigo spirit shaman is, I guess. Yeah. Oh, and we talked about it a few shows back on Jeff's show, Jeff Pritchett's show.
Gene. Technically, when you hear people talk about beef tartare, it's not. I mean, it is raw, but it technically isn't because they use a citrus on it, which actually cooks the meat.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
The citric acid, well, it doesn't really cook it, but
it
helps
cooks it
it
enough.
helps kill any bacteria that might be transferred in, eating raw meat.
It's an old trick that they use citrus acids for a lot of stuff like that.
If you put it on apples when you freshly cut apples, after you've cut them, you take a whole apple, you cut it, a big large lemon in half, and you juice it over top of the apples. They won't brown as fast, and you can leave them out while people pick through them as in like a fruit salad or that kind of thing.
Have you ever had kibbe?
Yes.
I ain't eating nothing called kibbe. I just made me think of kibbles and bits, man.
Kibbe is raw hamburger, but it's
See,
mixed
kibbles
with,
and bits,
it's
man.
mixed with special certain spices and nuts that kill.
That sounds
bacteria.
like Belter food, man.
It's raw ground hamburger. That's all it is. or
I'm
ground
telling you, it
ham.
sounds like Belter food, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was all right. I tried it.
What's that do?
I wouldn't order it, but I tried it.
What do you mean Belter food, Jimmy? Go watch Expansion. Know what Belter food is. It's yeah, go watch Expansion. You know what Belter food is. It's a
We do have an important food porn segment coming up later on adult beverages, adult Christmas themed beverages.
I don't know what alcohol is. I'm sorry. I thought that's the shit you rub on bobos.
It's a liniment for to help mommy and daddy get through the holidays because of all the kiddies and cousins that have come over for Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday.
Mommy, how come Santa Claus is walking funny?
Yeah. How come Santa Claus goes to the bathroom every 27 seconds, Grandma?
Because I got to
your
pee.
grandpa alone, will you?
Why? Because I got to pee.
He's got to pee.
It'd be more like, Mommy, how come Santa Claus got an extra leg? Just saying. To be under the mistletoe, and there'd be an extra visitor there. Jimmy, there's no such thing as aliens. No, it's just bullshit the government makes up so that they can do all these projects and you just look like a dumbass out there chasing UFOs around. They're sitting back at Area 51 going, look at that stupid idiot. They think that was a UFO cardboard cutout. Bob Lazar's up there feeling a cardboard cutout with a little sheet metal on it. Thinking, oh my God, he's probably having orgasms while he's doing it. But no, I'm just telling you this, why do you want to believe in aliens? We're not talking about God. Well, you don't need to believe in aliens.
But mathematically, it's impossible that aliens don't exist. So inevitably, whether it's happening now or it's happened in the past or it will happen, it eventually will happen. It'll become common knowledge eventually, sooner or later. Probably more sooner than it will be later.
Chrissy, don't be a crybaby just because we're alone and we're the only species in the universe. That don't mean we're alone because there's 8 billion of us. How can you be alone with 8 billion? And give us another 10,000 years, there'll be a trillion of us.
It's supposed to, our species is supposed to double by what? The end of the century, by 2030, we're supposed to be 16 billion.
Actually, they said so. The census is figuring this two ways. If we stay on the planet without getting off the planet, we'll probably be around 18 billion by 2120. But if we go off world, they're saying we'll be closer to 30 billion by 2120 because people will have an explosion of having babies because we're living off world. Well, yeah, you want to bring all your kids? You want to have your 10 kids? The government give you subsidies for going to Mars with 10 kids. Yeah, if you name Sean, they give you extra $100,000 a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they put them Irish workers to work, put you out there in an asteroid belt mine and shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a lot of money. I mean, when you listen to them talk about these asteroid belts and the Oort cloud and all the other shit, there's a lot of money to be had out there.
Yeah, there is. What's the name of that big rock that has all kinds of gold on it?
Oh, I don't know. I forgot now. But
it's called an asteroid. I don't think it has a name.
It's got like AI5 or bullshit, some kind of bullshit assignment to it. But there's a couple of them. I mean, there's one they're pretty sure is almost pure
if it has
gold.
a /I, it means interstellar. So if it's from the asteroid belt, it wouldn't have a
no,
/I.
it's not like that. It's not that kind of a name. It's shaped. It's done differently.
But here's what I don't understand about Elon Musk. If he knows that all that shit is on there, why don't he go out and send miners up to get it out?
He will as soon as he can.
Yeah, so you need infrastructure out there, like nearby, like on Mars. Mars would be closer, or the moon.
Yeah, you're going to have to have a habitat. Now, some of these asteroids are plenty big enough to put habitats on, so they can do that temporary habitats. So they'll be doing that kind of stuff.
I don't know if they do temporary habitats so much as they do perhaps a craft that can maybe necessarily dock and or land on and maintain contact with an asteroid nearby to use as a home base.
Oh, I'm sure some of them.
That's probably the more feasible
I'm sure some
idea.
of them they're going to do the processing right there on the asteroid, and what they don't
Yeah, but I
do on
mean,
the asteroid, they'll do on Mars.
leaving a disposable housing on a incredibly unstable surface, I think it would be better to use a much more stable craft that can, if the surface becomes unstable, the craft can recall all
They would
personnel
do
and
it.
jump off.
They would do it just like
Hey,
the military.
Heidi.
They would roll
there she
in.
is.
They would set up their stuff, dues it, and when they were done, they would collapse it all back down and take it with them. The military does that all the time. It's not even a big deal for them.
Oops.
These would just be minded. They would just
Wrong
put all the
button.
stuff together and take it along with them.
Hello, Miss Heidi.
Okay. Heidi.
Our favorite girl from Colorado.
Colorado. Is that a state?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's one of the higher
Are you sure it's
states.
you sure it's a state? I thought it was like
Yeah.
we just thought we just
Hey,
let them
Heidi,
stay.
is Colorado a state?
I thought we just let them stay here because we felt sorry for them.
Yeah, so you could call it catatonic. I mean, I'm sorry, Colorado State. Colorado, not catatonic state. Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah, you could call it Canada. Jeff, of course, Colorado is a state. All of
The
them are
highest
states.
state. They have a city. They literally have a city called Mile High City. I'm not making this up. There's a city there. There's a stadium there where they play football called Mile High Stadium. Yes, in there. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes,
Or is it
yeah,
baseball?
No,
Heidi
that's
would know
Mile High
that.
City. No, that's
There
Mile
ain't
High.
no
That's
Mile
where
High City.
Yeah,
No,
it's
not
Mile
in
High.
Denver.
Yeah, Denver's Mile High, man. It was the easy Mile
That's
High.
the name of the state, Mile High. That's her nickname.
Yeah, but that's Denver's at least a mile high, if not higher.
Heidi, can you give us a little history on Colorado?
I say we nuke Colorado because it's a purple state now. Once it goes purple, time to take it out.
Yeah. See, told you.
Time to take it out.
I've been to Colorado. I know what I'm talking about. I know I've been high there. I mean, I've been on the ground there.
Yes,
No.
I've been there a couple times. Matter of
I
fact,
was-
last 2 times I went to Denver, I had a hard time
Actually,
breathing.
I would have been smoking pot back then. So yeah, I probably brought some weed with me. So
When I got out of boot camp, I was flying to San Diego, and our pullover was in Denver. Man, I had a hard time breathing in the airport.
Yeah, you got to get used to that old funky no air stuff.
how are they? You're not even done. There's not even a border with Canada, is there?
No, Colorado don't have a border with Canada.
Would there be
Well,
a BFF
yeah.
with Canada? How is that possible?
August
Yeah.
1st is Colorado's birthday, and we are BFF with Canada.
We might have to send you up there. You Boxing Day people, we might have to send up there and box y'all up into a box. It's Trump wants to just nuke Canada.
Yeah,
and be
you're
done
2
with it.
states away by like thousands of miles off. So how are y'all BFFs with Canada?
Nope, but we trade with Canada. Colorado trades with Canada.
Yeah, Trump's just
Well,
going to
we-
nuke them and be done with it. No more Canada.
Medical weed, trade recreational weed.
It'll be the new state of Canada because we're going to nuke them.
Amanada.
Because there won't be no more Canada. It's going to be nuked. Barbecued. Yeah, barbecued.
all them
That's a
moose-
good point you bring up. So I mean, there has been some, I don't know if it's sarcasm or what was going on earlier in the campaign, but Trump's been talking about annexing the country of Canada. What if Canada was annexed? What would it be called? Would they break it down to the different territories?
It would be the territory. In the beginning, it would just be the territory of Canada, and then eventually we would break it down into how many other provinces they got would just become territories.
British
None of them would
Columbia,
become
Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba,
There's too
Ontario,
many-
Quebec,
There's too many.
and Newfoundland. That's it.
There's too many liberals in Canada to make them states. So they
Nova
would make
Scotia is
them
one too.
So you have.
Heidi says that our friendship day with Canada is in March.
That's what happens when you don't have air. You see, when you don't have air, it makes you weird. It makes you like Canadians, man. See what happens?
They have this product that you can only buy in Colorado. It comes in little cans and little 6-packs. It's called Perry Air, and so you can get the extra oxygen you need to function daily.
Okay. All right, Joe.
Get you one of them squirt thingies, man. To carry.
Yeah, man.
That's a Mel Brooks joke. Okay, I will give credit where credit is due. That is a Mel Brooks joke from Spaceballs, where he opens his drawer in his desk and he pulls out a can and looks around and he goes and he sniffs the air out of the can, and then they zoom in on the can and it says Perry Air, AIR, like not the Perry Air water, but it's just this. The can just looks like the Perry A water can. It's funny as hell.
Heidi says attitude is no joke for real.
Altitude.
I've got a question coming to you, Joe. I have a question for you, Joe. Well, wouldn't that be in the Democrats' favor if Canada became America or province where
territories are not allowed to vote in presidential elections, only in local elections. So like when like Guam and
it'd be like Puerto Rico.
Yeah, so they wouldn't be allowed to vote, and they don't have to pay income tax either. So
they just announced that we're not going to be either. Didn't that what just Trump said earlier today?
That's what Trump's trying to do is for people under I think 100,000 or 150,000. He don't want them to have to pay income tax, but it's like they would just become territories and they would fall in they would just be the territories of the United States. Eventually, maybe one day they might let them vote, but I doubt it because there's just too many liberals there. It would throw the system off. It's probably really close to American numbers, but judging from the last election, it looks like it can swing really easy.
Well, here we go. This is one day ago. Trump administration says Americans to get extra $1,000 in tax refund. Nice.
Yeah, right. Bullshit.
What he says.
I'm still waiting for my $2,000 check.
You're not supposed to get your $2,000 check until next summer.
$3,000 though. With an extra $1,000, that's $3,000 now.
You're not supposed to get your $2,000 check until the end of summer. It's going to be just before the vote. I mean, just before the election. Everybody's going to get an extra $2,000. They're going to get something else besides that. It's going to be hard not to vote Republican. Plus, by then, the economy will be doing much better because gas prices are already down quite a bit.
Yeah, I think there's a few Democrats out there that are going to get re-elections if it ever comes up. I think Shapiro will get it. I don't think he's. I think he's humbled enough with how hard it is to just govern the state of Pennsylvania, which is one of the largest states on the Eastern Seaboard. I think he's humbled enough by that job that I don't think he's ready for president. I think he knows that, but I think he'll win again. If he goes for governor again, I think John Fetterman, I think if he goes for president, I think he has a better chance than anyone else in the Democratic Party.
Fetterman doesn't dress good enough to be president.
No, but that could very well. I mean, even though Trump does the same thing, Trump somehow appeals to the everyman person, people who don't normally vote, and that's what Fetterman is good at. Fetterman appeals to everybody he talks to on both sides of the avenue.
I just had a thought. Can you see Fetterman in a hoodie as a president?
Yes.
Could you see him?
Yeah, absolutely. I could. Yes, I could.
It's gonna be you bet your ass the Senate can't.
He appeals to so many other people, not just he appeals to people that don't normally vote.
Yeah, but he also doesn't appeal to people who normally do vote.
That's true too, but there are those people who, although may not like him, will be like, "Well, damn, I have to vote party lines and will anyway." So he'll have certain votes that are locked in. There are those Republicans and those Democrats who always straight, with blinders on, vote party lines, regardless of who's getting in front of them.
Because of him, there's going to be a new rule in the Senate dress code. Because before that, it was always known that you wear a suit in the Senate. It's part of being in the Senate. Well, he doesn't, so now they're going to have a dress code because of it.
Well, if he's not wearing a suit in the Senate, yes, I would agree that he should be reprimanded for that. Like I said, I don't care if he wears that. I mean, he wore it on the campaign trail quite a bit, which I think is the wrong message to send. But if you are running down the corner, market to grab, a pack of cookies because you want to watch the football game or whatever, a snack, what have you, and you got your hoodie on, okay, great. If somebody caught you with your britches down, but you're working for me. I live in Pennsylvania. You're working for me, Mr. Fetterman. You're on your campaign trail. Wear a suit. You want to, ask for money from people to give you money to run and become my senator, wear a suit. You get on the floor of the Senate, wear a damn suit. I don't care. Period.
So tell him, Jay. So
Right.
tell him.
That's my own. I mean, that has been my only criticism of the man from when he began his campaign. He speaks well. He deals to a lot of people. He does really good stuff. But he dressed like a.
Go ahead, devil advocate.
I'm the devil advocate for him. I'll tell you what. Here's the deal with him.
Hey,
He relates more to people when he doesn't dress up in a suit.
Oh my God! Put it back.
Okay, he doesn't. He appeals to the middle class people, to the lower middle class people.
Hey, Michelle.
He does, and I'm telling you, if they made him start wearing a suit, I'm telling you what, it wouldn't go good for Fetterman. I can guarantee it.
Why not?
Because that's not who he is.
Yes. Okay. True. But you're representing us, dude. You represent us. And when you're on the Senate floor, wear a suit. I mean, I guess it worked for him on the campaign trail, wearing the hoodie, and to a degree, he does have some neck tattoos that I guess he wanted to hide, and his campaign management said, "But you can get one of these zip up, it's basically a sweater that just zips in the front. I mean, it's like, who's the guy in my neighborhood, blah 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 blah, Mr. Robinson's neighborhood or whatever. Roger. It's like that kind of sweater. Hide your tattoos that way, but he should dress more professionally. I agree 100% with anybody who has a criticism of the man's work ethic. He does a great job. I have no problem with his. And
he makes also,
issues.
Dude, you got to remember too is that people feel comfortable around him when he ain't in his suits. Okay, you can go and have a cup of you could have a cup of coffee with that man at a restaurant in Pittsburgh, up in Bradford. Okay, and you wouldn't know that he was a senator because he is down and he's down there.
He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't really talk like a senator for one thing.
Why?
That's why he doesn't wear a suit, because he looks like Lurch in one.
Well, I was gonna say he is also a very large dude. I mean, just like Donald Trump is a large dude. He's like 6'2" and 200 pounds, something. He's a big dude. But big dudes are intimidating, and I just think though he's more intimidating. More people would be more inclined to think he's intimidating when he's wearing a hoodie look, he's wearing gang colors.
I tell you what, he was the mayor of Braddock, which is the lowest of the lowest in low middle class, lower class. Okay, seriously, you couldn't last. When you go through Braddock, you just got to go straight through and run the red lights. That's what you need to do. I'm telling you. I know I'm giving you a headache, Jay. I'm just saying. I feel more like I can sit down and have a dinner with this dude. And if he's talking the talk, then you know what? I'm going to vote for him.
I will definitely. I don't think I voted for him this round. I don't remember, but I do. I think I will vote for him again. I do. I like his policy. I like the fact that he's willing to work across the aisle. I think that's a rare gift, and I think if the Democrats want to save their asses, he is not a bad front runner to throw. I mean, I guarantee you put him and Kamala Harris, you put him and Gavin Newsom as the front runners, he out primaries all three of those two idiots.
You know what? Honest to God, I don't even think he would want Newsom as a running mate. Really?
No. They would primary those three as the primary target for president. They wouldn't. He wouldn't be. No, these guys are. Gavin Newsom is not shooting for vice president. He's shooting for the top or not at all.
Yeah, well, that's how it always is. And then everybody's shooting for the top, and then some of the tops end up being the vice president.
Yeah, well, no, I very seriously doubt that if Fetterman gets the nomination for president, he's not going to take Harris or Newsom as. He
So
hates
wait,
both
so
of them.
now they're asking Trump to run for governor of California after he steps down as president.
How can he do that? He doesn't live in California.
He can be governor of California. There's no laws that says he can. There ain't no
Don't you have to
law.
live-
He
But don't
just
you have
can't
to
run
live
for
in the
president.
state though?
Yeah, he can move to California. I'm sure he owns property there.
He owns at least a hotel, I would think. I don't think he owns a house. Hey,
No.
Google, does Donald Trump own a house in California?
According to en.wikipedia.org, Beverly Hills. In June 2019, he quietly sold the property, off-market, for $13.5 million to Hillcrest Asia Limited, a company owned by a Trump associate, Indonesian billionaire Hari Tanosoetavio. From 2008 to 2009, Trump owned a neighboring house, an 11-bedroom Greek revival mansion built in 1981.
So I
There you
guess
go.
no.
And
It sounds like he
No.
sold it.
And we don't know what Melania owns either. We don't know what the kids own. Any of that can get him out there. I guarantee his kids own property out there.
Well, I mean, come on, he's a billionaire. He could buy a house and then, like in 30 days, you claim residency, and then boom, with his money, he can easily start a campaign for.
Well, you know, whenever they were when Fetterman was running against Dr. Oz, he lived over in another state, but he was running for governor in Pennsylvania.
No, he had officially applied for statehood. And
He moved. His wife was a state resident, and so they moved their residence to Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Okay.
so but his problem is he only moved to Pennsylvania to get the vote. So that at least that's how Pennsylvania is seeing him. So that's why he.
Yeah, well, and that reminded me. Yeah, I did not vote for Fetterman. I voted party lines at 10. I voted for Oz. I like Mehmet Oz. He's a well-spoken dude, but I mean, still, he came out spelling like roses anyway. What is he, like medical advisor to Trump? Something like that.
No,
He's not quite Robert Kennedy's cabinet staff level, but he's,
He probably works for Kennedy. So,
well, maybe so, but I mean, he's at least advisor level to Trump. So I mean, he's like maybe not daily speaking to him, but when medical stuff comes up, it's him and I'm sure Kennedy the first people that Trump goes to. So that's not a bad gig to have. But if those two go at it again, I won't vote for Oz. I'll vote for Fetterman because I think he's doing a fucking bang up job.
I do too.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's doing
You
awesome.
want to hear? Let me tell you something, guys. I got a whisper on this one. My mom loved Fetterman when he first was running. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that he's been like down the middle and working both sides of the aisle, she don't like him no more.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
neither do some of the Democrats.
He's a traitor. He's a traitor. I mean,
Well, I mean, but isn't that part of the thing? I mean, you got to work. You got to work together. You can't be like, we're not going to work with you because your president sucks. Well, screw you. He's your president too, asshole. Wake up.
it's
Were we lost? I didn't know. Thanks.
it's cold outside,
Yeah,
baby.
well, what happened?
Oh.
Heidi found you. Oh,
No, she
you.
found Mish. She was looking for
She
Mish.
found me. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I know we get ready to go to break in a second, but long live the orange people. Yes, the children of Trump. None of his children are orange. What are you talking about? No, so currently J.D. Vance is current front runner for president, followed by Marco Rubio, and in a tie with Donald Trump Jr. and California Governor Newsom. That's the third place tie. Harris is actually tied.
Newsom is really coming in third place.
But Harris is tied with him, so it's technically a tie for third place.
Who is Kamala Harris?
Kamala Harris, yeah.
How?
But none of
Wasn't
them.
she running for governor? Wasn't she running for governor?
No, she said no. She wasn't going to run for governor. She wants to run for president again.
She wants to go, yeah. She is totally. I mean, you listen to her. Oh my God, her word
She
salad.
told Michelle Obama she was stupid and didn't know what she was talking about when she said the country wasn't ready for a woman. What Michelle Obama should have said, well, no, they're not ready for you.
Yeah, they're not ready for a
That's
stupid
ignorant.
woman. Is what Michelle should have said.
Well, the country's ready for a woman. They're just not ready for an ignorant woman.
Yeah, that's what I said. A stupid woman, yes.
Who burned?
No. Who wants? I just don't know what Kamala has to offer to the nation. And I don't know what Governor
Nothing.
Newsom has because look at his state. His state is a joke.
Well, I mean, isn't she supposed to like oversee like the Senate as like the vice president? Isn't she like the president of like the Senate?
She's just a gavel.
Right, but I mean, isn't she supposed to be there for like almost all of the votes? How many votes was she there for? I think it was 0.
Only time she has to be there is if her vote's the deciding vote.
Yeah, and I don't think she was there for one.
Well, then her vote wasn't a deciding vote. She only has to be there.
I don't think she was there to vote on anyone, but I mean, it's still part of her job to be there just in case such and so.
No.
She was never there.
Oh, no.
She go do whatever she wants. She only has to be there if her vote is needed. That's it. That's the only time she has to be there. It's a cush job, man. VP is a cushy job. You don't do nothing really. Scratch your little butt every once in a while. Tell your slave people to go out and do something for you. Give me a cappuccino, man. No, I need a rappuccino, man. Get it right now. Jasmine Crockett can suck my big ass.
Oh, that idiot. My Lord. She is a godsend, though, for the Republican ticket in Texas, though. They're a shoo-in in the midterms to get any Democratic seats that are still, lost to the Republican. I guarantee you the rest of that state goes completely red. Because I think it went kind of purple in the presidential area.
No, there was 18% for Trump. That was it's a solid red state actually, but
I still think there are a few solid blue areas like the
Houston and Austin,
around Dallas and Houston.
Dallas is red, but Houston and Austin are blue. Austin's the bluest as it gets.
One or two, like I said, one of the two cities, but there were blue counties around it.
And so I mean, Houston is freaking blue, but Austin is ridiculously blue. But Austin is a lot of blue now that came from California that's not voting blue anymore. They're not actually voting blue. They said that
we
half
saw it on election night. We saw it on election night. Look at all those counties that turned red.
Yeah, a lot of them just had enough. They said this is enough of this bullshit, and they voted red. And that's what they're trying to say for Jasmine Crockett. She's got to get some of those blue people who voted red to vote red again. And good luck with that.
Well, I mean, she's starting off pretty poorly already. I mean, she's already insulted like almost all the Republican constituents. She's thinking about putting policies in that are completely racist and biased, such as no income tax for black folk.
Is it she?
It ain't gonna fly. I'm sorry. And even if you win, that is not gonna fly. No one's gonna get that in across their.
She's definitely just an outright freak, is what she is.
She's nuts. She's absolutely nuts. I mean, but to claim that kind of policy, but prior to that, she'll call people, white people racist. Well, how are white people racist if you're gonna, only give tax breaks for black people and not all people? How is that not racist?
I know, huh? Oh no, we should get reparations.
It boggles the mind how stupid she is.
We shouldn't have to pay taxes. Then when someone corrects her about reparations and stuff, she's kind of like, oh no.
She plays the race card. I know. Yeah, she plays the race card.
And you
I
can't
could
really
play the race card on being Irish. My family came over from Ireland, were treated like shit.
That's right.
They owe Irish and Italian because I'm both.
Well, they owe Sean 2 sacks of potatoes, so he should go get them bitches. They're supposed to be gold. They're supposed to be gold dip potatoes.
Yeah, that's the thing about us Irishmen. We're strong and we can pick up two sacks of potatoes, and we're almost as smart.
But do you know that the Irish? Did you notice that the Irish were really the Irish were the first slaves? They were the first slaves.
Yeah, indentured servants is a better way.
Yeah, it's indentured servitude is another good strong one. The entire country is replete with that kind of history. I mean, it was done to the Irish, the Italians, the blacks, the Chinese. So, I mean, apparently, if you want to be a naturalized citizen in this country, you have to have, at least letting a white man on this country continent from Europe, snap you on the back with a bullwhip.
Okay, but anyway, we're gonna break there because we're gonna go take a break. We'll be right back. We're gonna be listening to a little music. Hey,
Hi,
Sherry, how you
Sherry.
doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Give us 4 or 5 minutes and we'll be back. So
Things are good. Things are
And-
good. Thank you.
do.
Who's this?
BFF. Concert you ever been
For Ice,
to?
it's got a bonkers deal at a new Google
Oh, I've
Pixel
seen them.
10.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Damn it, I wasn't the train coming
right now.
nutcrackers.
Man, help, please.
Let's see. They're going to Washington. I don't know if that's D.C. or the state. Duluth, Georgia. Tampa, Florida. Albany in New York. Let's see. Where else are they going? And it's only $55. That's not too bad.
Yeah, they're a good price. At Pittsburgh, they're coming in on the
New
20th.
Orleans, December 17th, 7 p.m. Smoothie King Center.
Oh shit! I have to go see them.
Hey, Joe, check this out. Heidi says I caught Paws, her cat, with my phone watching UFO Undercover Wednesday night. True story.
The smart cat. Hey, Shawnee, here's one. It's 6 hours from you, though. Philadelphia, December 21st.
Oh, okay.
Why don't they have Philadelphia? They have Philadelphia, but not Pittsburgh? What the hell?
There has to
That's
be
ridiculous.
Pittsburgh. They're coming
Huh?
into Pittsburgh. I think they.
Oh, there
are
it is,
coming in.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, Sean, December 20th.
Yes. Yep.
2:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Oh, good. Well, at least I'd be awake for it. PPG Paints Arena, $55.
Yep. Home of the Pittsburgh Penguins, buddy.
Who?
The Pittsburgh Penguins.
Who are they? I never heard of them.
That's Pittsburgh's hockey team.
I've never heard of either.
I'm giving you
Mario
shit, Sean. I don't pay attention to hockey.
Mario Lemieux. Oh my gosh. Holy crap.
Hockey's for girls.
No, it ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is. It's for girls.
No,
I
no,
don't
it ain't.
know. If you, Sean,
You're right. Our girls wrestle with alligators.
I'm with Sean on that. On the hard on how hard it is to play, and especially one of the best sports movies ever is Slapshot with Paul Newman.
Yep.
It's a hockey slapstick comedy movie.
They can beat somebody
Funny
over
as
the head
hell.
until they bleed. I mean, that's pretty easy, man. Come on.
They really don't do that here in the NHL, but when you get like the Wheeling Nailers, okay, that's like the Penguins like AAA team, then you see a lot of fights and a lot of blood and shit like that. But it's amazing, they can skate 35 40 mile an hour and stop on the dime. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, wow.
Because they're girls that like ballet, man.
Yeah.
Little girly girls, man. God. Next thing you tell me, you're as tough as football players, man. Oh my God.
The Denver Avalanche, I thought they play in Denver, Heidi? I thought, yeah, the Colorado Avalanche. Okay, Denver. Okay.
The Denver Girl Avalanche, that's what that is.
Hey, Heidi, do you like hockey?
She's like, no, it's nasty. It's smelly too.
Look at that, buddy. She said she used to play hockey back in my Minnesota days growing up.
No, she likes smelly guys.
We had a neighborhood park with a rink right after our yard. Ain't that great? Well, you're from Minnesota. That's all they do up there is play hockey. Yes, and she said, hell yes. She loves hockey. So there.
She likes smelly guys, that's all. We know the truth now, Heidi. You like smelly guys. Mm-hmm. We know the truth. Now the truth is out. The truth will set you free. And Heidi likes smelly guys. I don't know about that, Heidi. I'm sorry.
She said, yep, and snowmobiling. Yep.
I did a lot of snowmobiling when I was young, but
Sherry, do you watch a lot of hockey up in Canada? You like hockey up there?
Canada can't play hockey. That's more girls, man. Come on. I got a question for y'all. And because we have hockey teams in the South, which are kind of funny that we have hockey teams in the South, but
Yeah.
to me it's just funny. But my question is, how come football, and I don't mean American football, I mean the football, how come a football is so popular? It's such a lady, close your ears for a minute. It's such a pussy sport.
Football?
Football.
Soccer.
Football.
That's
Yes.
because, and
Really
I know we'll probably get a lot of backlash from some of our European listeners, but that's because European men are pussies.
Whoa, okay.
That's
How
so
many-
you
no,
have-
seriously, how many European men do you see come over and play professional football in the United States? Very, very few. How
None.
many European men come over and play hockey? A lot. And what happens to them? If they're not good, they're not Russian. And they usually wind up getting injured.
Oh my God,
Amer-
Jay, please.
I'm sorry, American men, I think, are a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, a little bit more muscular, and a little bit more athletic and competitive than most European men. And I'm afraid that most European men just don't.
Well,
They're not
I
built
know-
for.
I
They're
know
not
we-
built for American football.
I know we have a European audience, and currently it's about midnight over there, at 1 a.m. Y'all have been called out, man. Y'all have been called pussies. Now, in America, that only means 3 things.
Yep.
So figure it out. And the
Sharon played hockey when she was young.
Oh my God. I'm just gonna let it go. Aldrin Londo, huh? That's interesting. Aldrin Londo, he's in
Hey, Eugenio.
Puddinshire. What the hell is Puddinshire? She gave me pussy names.
Yeah, see, that's in England. Yeah, that's in England somewhere.
So what about it? You take on any American in football in time. You're talking about rugby, right?
That ain't rugby. That's soccer.
Soccer, rugby, it's all the same fucking thing. It's no, we're talking about American football. You know where you got to put the pads on and you get smashed by some 300-pound guy.
You see very, very few European athletes come across. Many European athletes come over and play soccer in our leagues. They play hockey in our leagues, and even baseball in our leagues. But very few play football, and the reason is because it's just their high rate of injury, and I think they're scared.
Well, if you look at the Europeans that come here and play, most of them become kickers.
Yep.
And one of them was a Saints kicker who broke all kind of records.
I think I was.
Well, I mean, I forget the guy's name, but in the 70s, he was a soccer-style kicker. He was one of the first soccer-style kickers because they got him from the soccer arena in the same city.
Jan Stenerud for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, soccer-style kicker, and he could, and he played. What did he play for? He played for the Dolphins.
I think.
No, that's Ray Finkel. That's Ray Finkel. But still, though, the idea of kicking it like a soccer ball for a field goal was never incorporated until that time in football.
Well,
football
know
was
what?
already 30 years old, 40 years old.
The field goal kicker from Nebraska is actually from Australia.
Yeah. What now?
The kid who kicks field goal, the kicker for Nebraska.
Yeah.
He is from
Kerry J used that P word. I did.
He's from Australia.
No, Jay used that word.
Australia's not Europe. Australian men are huge. They're big like us. I mean, they're not, tiny.
Oh, they're pussies too, man. You fucking Ozzy. You bunch of fucking pussies. Except for you, Chris. Chris Hemsworth, I love you.
I don't know.
Thor, I love you.
Don't come beat hell of a dude, man.
Jay, Thor said he can come beat you up, man.
I didn't say anything about Australians. I'm on Australian sides. I called European men out, not Australian men.
I knew she was in there. Mish. Yeah, because
we got you. Cool. Well, I got a lot of Australians like Chris. I had met Chris with Writers of the Future. Chris is nice. He's a good guy. 6'2", 6'3", big blue eyes, blonde hair. Well-built guy, a lot of fun, good drinker, which most of the Aussies I met are pretty good drinkers. Not quite as good as I am, but good drinkers. And we drank for like 30 hours. Even Emily was impressed. She had to get on her asses because he had to be somewhere I didn't. But she's like, "Where y'all been?" It's sunlight and there's no bars open in LA at 6 a.m. So they're like, "Where the hell you been? Don't worry about it."
Yeah, but I think if you live if you know a place, you know where the bars are open after hours.
Look, I'm from New Orleans. I could sniff a party out. Look, you could be buried underground 5,000 miles. I'd still find that son of a bitch. It's we had a good time, and he wanted me to come. He actually offered to pay for the trip. He wanted me to come to go to Vegas with him and then out to Hawaii. And I was like, I'm not that kind of guy, man. He's like, no, John. I said, no, just teasing, dude. No, he's a nice guy. I hope to see him again. He's a lot of fun to hang out with. It's rare I find people who can drink with me. Most people, they'll sit down and they'll see me drink, and I'll put away 4 or 5 drinks in like 30 minutes. And then I set my pace for the rest of the night, how I'm going to drink. And I'm watching people try to keep up, and I'm thinking, God, you don't have to drink 4 or 5 drinks in the first hour with me. You're going to get drunk.
Hey, goodbye, Mish.
I'm just going to get lightly buzzed.
Yeah, no.
You see, look at your Aussies can't even stay up late. Oh, boo, boo.
They're on a different time clock than us. Their time clock is upside down.
Yeah, isn't it morning or something over the afternoon?
It's 12 noon in Australia.
No, wimp, wimp, boo, wimp. I knew you Aussies was wimps. I knew it. What's that, Gene? Oh, I got a lot of friends in Australia. Matter of fact, there's a couple. I see Jim Sparks down there, and he's a very interesting contactee. But now they've been letting all those weird woke people down there. I don't know if I want to go down there. That scares me a little bit. I mean, come on. They had Kamala Harris. They got the Governor Newsom going. They had that other crazy liberal chick down there. They offered Joy Behar to come down, and Whoopi. Come on. I don't want to go any country.
She's funny. At least we understand daytime, night, and daytime and nighttime.
It's all the same thing to Americans. We're just always on the go. That's why we don't use the 24-hour clock. It's like 2 daytimes to us. Evil Mitch. Mitch been snorting that cocaine filled air in Australia. Yeah, I know all about it. I heard all about that stuff down there. All that cocaine being brought from Venezuela.
All that gold.
Yeah.
A lot of gold in Australia.
Yeah, and all them Aborigines' teeth. It's what's that, Jimmy? Yeah, no, there was a story a while back about there was some people from I don't know if it was China, it was one of the Asian countries that were coming down, stealing Aborigines and selling them to different families for different reasons. Oh, there was some assortedly nasty, bad reasons. Yeah, one of them was certain bones and stuff ground up was a aphrodisiac. Another one brought on long life. And then a lot of people just seem to think just having them there was like an omen or a good luck charm. I don't know. It's just people get weirded out. They get weird things going on, and then they fall into these things, and they just don't. After a while, they don't even ask. They just do it. Well, I mean, sharks and fin soup supposed to be an aphrodisiac too. How many sharks have died for shark fin soup? Literally thousands.
They catch them, cut the tails, the fins off.
And throw them back in the water. Yeah,
throw them back in the water.
Yes, I mean, well, it's the same kind of thing. How many rhinoceroses were killed for their horns?
Just
because
the horn,
it's also an aphrodisiac.
Well, I mean, there are also other Chinese medicines they use it for too, but
Yeah,
still,
they are.
just
Well,
the
these
horn. I mean, come on, people. I mean, that's just. I mean,
But all these things, there's other things they use them for. But I mean, in the end, it's still basically poppycock.
But it always seems to be. It always seems to be an exotic animal that doesn't. Well, I mean, maybe not so much in the aspect of a shark, but the rhinoceros is an exotic animal that doesn't really breed prolifically, and at the time of the the horn trade, they were probably already endangered anyway.
Well, I know in a lot of places the elephants and the rhinos now they go cut the tusk off, so there's no reason to kill them. And
still, though, that's a crippling thing to the elephant.
Yeah. Well, that rhino probably uses that thing as the little thing in your scope. I got him
As well. But that also will grow back. The tusks will not grow back for the elephant, but the horn will eventually grow back for the rhino because it's made out of the same kind of material as fingernails, so it does grow back.
No,
It takes a long time.
Yeah, the tusk will grow back, but it just ivory keeps growing. It just takes a really long time.
No, I don't think I think the ivory is like a regular tooth. Once it's grown a certain length, it no longer grows.
Well, no, because they're all different lengths and different sizes, and they show the ones in the zoos where they have to cut them and then recut them and recut them. They would now. I don't even know if there's any zoos left anymore. Well, yeah, there is, but isn't elephants supposed to be let out of all the zoos now? Wasn't there a law passed or something?
I have no idea.
I thought they couldn't keep whales anymore or elephants. I don't know, Chris. I'd have to look it up to be honest with you, dude. It's no, I remember hearing about it. They wanted to release all the elephants, and I noticed is in circuses now they don't have elephants. I guess they considered it cruel to keep the elephants.
Well, I mean, I think one of the problem is with we've discovered that it's an extremely intelligent animal. I mean, our level of intelligence.
Yeah.
And I don't think certain animals on our planet, another million years they would be very much like us, walking upright. An elephant humanoid might be like 9 or 12 feet tall or what have you, but humanoid.
Yeah, something with a equal.
Well, but I think interaction with us is kind of helping that, especially feel that with like cats and dogs. I mean, how many videos do you see of a dog actually, trying to speak, and they usually say it, and you can hear it. They say "I love you" and other certain phrases.
Well, they said dogs right now are on an accelerated evolution, and they said the ones at Chernobyl are even more on an accelerated evolution.
No, I don't know about that, but
Yeah,
I know one thing that the archaeologists do agree on, and that is not the highly prepared food that's GMO'd and homogenized and all that, but naturally cooked food is better than raw food, and that increases a species' intelligence and helps them evolve quicker by eating cooked processed food, but not necessarily with like negative additives in it like we do now.
It looks like all the elephants were been sent to sanctuaries and stuff.
Yeah. They do have some elephants in some zoos for
zoos I know they do.
For teaching.
But I don't think they got any more circuses or anything with them.
Well, but zoos also have it's not a moving environment.
Yeah,
it's not being moved by rail to city to city, weekend to weekend, rail to rail. It has a large paddock usually. And is it fair? No, I think. Well, the elephants at the safari at Epcot had a fairly large paddock, so I think that's a little bit different. That's more. It's more on the range, the lines of like a game preserve. It was so vast.
Let's see. It's kind of weird. So this is weird.
What's that?
If an elephant's tusk is broken certain ways, it won't grow back at all. But yet, some other species of elephants, it grows back like a tooth that grows back. So I guess it depends. This looks like the majority of them don't.
Well, there's only two species of elephant. There's Indian and African, so it's got to be one or the other.
Actually, it looks like they got them broke down into subgroups. Gray, brown. Yeah, they got them broke down into subgroups. So I guess it's from depending on what area you live in.
Have you guys ever watched videos on them hippos biting into them watermelons?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them monsters and things. Hippos.
No, I haven't seen that.
Hippo makes a rhino look like a wussy, man.
Yeah, I have seen video of a white rabbit or a white guinea pig eating dark red raspberries, and the raspberry juice goes trickling down its neck, and it looks like blood. It's the goriest thing ever. It's the most innocent, goriest thing you'll ever see. It's just white, fuzzy, cute critter. It just looks like it's eating bloody murder. This is the funniest thing on the planet.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. We got squirrels here that are carnivores. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, because I've seen a couple squirrels with little bunny rabbits in their mouth.
Oh yeah, well squirrels are rodents. They're opportunists. They'll eat things that are smaller than them. They'll eat smaller rodents. They'll eat smaller insects or large insects like crickets and things like that. They'll go after moles and voles and shrews and other particularly infantile prey is the thing that the squirrel goes after. Squirrels are your sneaky little bastard rodents. I mean, really
no, mice. Mice are the sneaky motherfuckers. Excuse my language.
Well, mice don't make a whole lot of noise.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do, brother. Yes, they do.
when they were out of numbers, I guess they probably do. But
Heidi,
when it's
Heidi says, I've seen squirrels with Taco Bell straight out of the dumpster.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
they're opportunist rodents. They'll eat meat. They'll eat meat. Sure, why not? They do have, but the problem is they do also have to eat a lot of hard stuff like nuts and other things because their teeth are constantly growing, and if they don't, their teeth will grow through their top and bottom jaws and will seal their face shut, and they'll eventually die of starvation and dehydration. It's a horrible thing. Happens a lot to squirrels.
Oh, so it makes a difference on where the tusk is broken if it's going to grow back or not. If it's too
Oh, I
close,
see.
it's too because it's an incision, it's an incisor that goes all the way up to the brain, and it continually grows all the time. But if it's broke certain ways where it gets all exposed, because it said there's a bundles of nerves inside, and it's too close to the thing, it'll actually make it quit growing. If it's far enough out, they said it may quit. It may continue growing, but it'll never catch up with the original.
Yeah.
And it does grow at a slower pace. So I would say no for the most part is what I would say, because most of these get snapped off. They're not going to come back.
Right. Because I mean, there's those pirates. They're not trying to figure. Oh, where can we snap it off where it won't hurt the animal? Like, how much can we get out of this? So let's snap it off right here. Yeah, go snap. And they're probably lucky if they don't kill the thing and it blades to death outright from the its teeth being pulled out.
Because I had to read the whole thing. It was confusing at first. It said, "Yeah, okay, no, they don't." And I said, "Okay, well, that's cool." That's the. And then I kept reading. I'm like, "No," and then it said something else. I'm like, "What the hell?" And then it started categorizing them. And then it said, "Well, no, it depends on the nerve bundle and where it's broke." And then that actually made sense. I'm like, why couldn't you have said that in the freaking beginning of the story instead of way at the bottom of the story? I should know better. It's one of them things. London. Why would I want to go to London right now? Ain't there a Madabi in charge of London, just like the one for New York?
Yep.
I'm just thinking, I don't want to go to a city like that. Why are y'all letting all them immigrants into your country over there? I know the people aren't happy, but I hear people bitching all the time. So I guess y'all got Kamala Harris running the place. She's y'all's border czar, but y'all are in trouble if that's the case.
She is a nutcase, though. I mean,
well, I thought this y'all's leader is, all about kissing Trump's butt. So, Carney, Carney's in Canada, Bruce. Yeah, what's his name? Sama something. He's in. Yeah, he's in England. I guess we're gonna wait and see, but they all want to see the world turn around, but wokeism is getting aggravating in a lot of countries now. You see a lot of countries kicking it out and going conservative because it's retarded.
I forget, but one of them Scandinavian countries, the person in charge said that the women are not allowed to wear their burqas anymore.
Good.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Don't they have Sharia law?
Sharia?
In England now? Yeah, in London or over in England.
I don't know.
believe so.
They got places where they allow them to use Sharia law. Even in New York, they do, but it's not real law. I mean, you can always use the real law to override whatever the Sharia law was.
What happens if the girl gets like?
It's like security more than it is a law, to be honest with you. Yeah, because I didn't believe there was any at all.
no.
And then a friend of mine had to point the ones out in New York. I was like, well, that's kind of stupid.
So here's what it says. This is from theconversation.com. There is no separate Sharia legal system in the UK. What exists are Sharia councils and the Muslim Arbitration Tribunal. The Sharia councils have no statutory authority under English law. They may be used to resolve personal disputes such as marriage, divorce, etc., and inheritance, and so on.
Yeah, that's not
Marriage, divorce, inheritance, and that's it. Like civil disputes within the Muslim community.
Yeah, so that shouldn't exist because that's probably being used in other ways that we don't even hear about.
Yep.
Because they use scare tactics for that. You know, Heidi, see squirrels like that come from Taco Bell, man, eating the dumpsters. We'd shoot them because they would be pre-seasoned squirrels.
Don't do that to Heidi. No, come on, Joe. That's bad.
But you got to know when to shoot them. You shoot them too late, they might be too fat from eating
No,
too much Taco Bell.
Yeah, I shoot them right in the head.
They're greasy to begin with anyway, little shits.
I like to shoot them right back the back of the head, kind of blows their head off, so that I don't have to clean their head off or chop it off. It's already gone. Just chop their little paws off, chop their little tail off, pull the skin, peel the skin off the fur.
Yeah, all the damn pellets that you got to pull out of them.
Yeah, if you know how to clean a squirrel, it's easy. It's a rabbit you got to be really careful with because if you cut that one sack, it'll stink so bad you'll
Yeah. It's like a musk sack or a musk gland or something.
It'll ruin the meat, so you got to be real careful with it. It stinks something fierce. It smells more like a skunk, and it's a damn rabbit. When we were kids, man, we would get in the car or the truck right about 5 a.m. just before dawn, and we'd get out there and go screaming through the fields and be just hanging out with the shotgun one on. Yeah, we killed all kind of freaking rabbits that way.
Heidi says just make sure their tails look bushy. That's how you can tell they're healthy.
Yes, and we get some damn rabbits. I remember when we got pulled over by a cop one morning on our way home. He goes, "Man, y'all had a good morning." I said, "Yeah, we did." He's like, "How many damn rabbits y'all got in this truck?" We had 37. He was like, "Damn," but there was like 5 of us, so only 2 of us were hunting because only 2 of us were brave enough to hang out the side of the truck. But
hey, Michelle has a story for us. She's
no, you Aussies are strange peeps.
No, we would love to hear your story, Michelle.
Ooh, hey, why am I not on King? What the hell?
How many squirrels do you have to kill to get a good meal out of them?
About 5.
Yeah, at least for a regular human being, 5 or 6 at least. They're very small, and the meat is very greasy. When you cook it up, it amounts to basically nothing. I mean, if
down here they're not like that, but
unless you blanch it really quick in a frying pan and then you transfer it to like a soup or a gumbo, keeping it in a frying pan, it fries away quick.
We get 3-4 pound squirrels down here, so they're nice size.
Some big ass gray squirrels up here. She said Pauline Hanson in the government here in Australia, she wanted to pass a bill about the burqa and banning it, and they shut her down.
Yeah.
It depends on the society. I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a suppression of women's rights in society. I mean, if they're in a society like Australia, like America, where we don't require our women to like hide their faces because regular Arab men can't control their sexual urges, and they see a woman's like blonde hair and they knock her down and rape her. That's just plain criminal actions in most societies, and you get thrown in jail for that kind of action.
Well, half societies.
Why should women have to wear something that hides their identity? Who then? Because some fool can't control their sexual urges.
So I would say half society. So there's 1.5 billion Muslims on the planet. So that right there is that many falling under those conditions. And then places like Africa and South America, where there's probably another 2 billion, maybe 3, falling under those same conditions. So about half the women on the planet, maybe a little less, are following where they have no rights. Being raped is just part of life every day. It's it's just if you don't have somebody watching.
Well, I mean, that's what we're seeing that here. Most of the rape occurrences are usually between white women and African immigrants.
Hey, Cat, good to see you, hon. Good to see you.
What's a cat? I don't see no cat. Where's a cat? Meow, meow, meow.
Paranormal Heart Podcast. That's Cat. But listen to this, Joe. She came back wearing a burqa in Parliament and was kicked out for wearing a burqa.
Yeah. Well, no, that sounds like Democrats for sure.
That's when you get a good lawyer. What's that? You get a ski cat?
Right above you there, Heidi. Isn't it?
Yeah, she's on the wrong. What do you call it?
Yeah, she's in the wrong chat. Yeah, well.
Yeah.
You can come up and join us. Any of y'all want to come up and get on the mic with us? You can. Feel free. It's somebody chickened out tonight. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, she chickened out. Oh, she was on Michelle's show the other night.
Who?
Oh, CL.
Oh,
yeah, chickened out.
You went on and you scared that poor little girl, and now she doesn't ever come on our show ever. Thanks,
What did he
Joe.
do what did he do to her, Jay? What
I
did he
didn't do
do to her?
nothing.
I don't know. I didn't watch the show. We'll have to go look at the archive, Sean, and then we'll come back.
I wasn't on the show. I was out there after the show. I went to go tell Michelle her numbers and give out numbers.
That's not enough to intimidate someone. Oh my God, it's a station owner.
So I told her, I said, come on. I said, everybody would be happy. I said, just come on and hang out with us, and all the guys will be happy. And except for Doomsday, he's always Doomsday. And I said, but other than that, everybody else will be happy.
I've been trying to get her on our show here to chat, dude. I really have been.
Well, I had Michelle on her butt, man. I was cheating.
What's that?
I said I was cheating. I had Michelle backing me up. It's but yeah, it's one of those things. Again, who wrote me that? I told you, people, paranormal shit does not exist. Y'all are all crazy. Put the pipe down. Just turn around and walk away.
Yeah. Don't use regular pipes. Get a water pipe.
Yeah. And if the pipe talks to you, definitely put it down and walk away.
Oh.
Okay. Just walk up. Just say fuck it and walk away. It's No. I talked to Bob about Australian one time, and he said that they're kind of stringy. That's why they don't eat them. He said, yeah. He said, really and truly, they're kind of like, out of all the earthlings on the planet, it's like Americans are just high in cholesterol because we're so fat. But
we taste like cheeseburgers.
He said the Australians are just kind of stringy, and he said the Asians are very salty. I'm not sure what the hell that meant.
Because they eat a lot of rice.
And he said the Europeans just don't have enough meat on the bone. They're like a squirrel. They're not worth it.
Yeah, they're little tiny girly men.
So
how about the Canadians? Did he say anything about the Canadians?
No, but it seems like they like the Scandinavian countries pretty
Canadian men are just men that want to be as good as American men. That's all.
You Scandinavians better watch out. Y'all gonna be dinner on some aliens dinner.
I know Norway is asking guys to come over and marry their women, and they get money for it.
Well, there's also I forget which one it is, Borneo or somewhere Southeast Asia, near Vietnam or below Vietnam. They're offering American men to come over and impregnate their women, and they're going to offering to pay. I don't know if it's per child or just per marriage, but they're paying you $5,000 to get their ladies married and pregnant.
You guys are just sick, man.
It's the country doing this. I didn't do it. I'm just reporting it.
Y'all guys are sick. On several occasions in my life, I've been offered to donate sperm. And a good friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, asked me one time, and I was like, no. Of course, my wife would have been like, yeah, fuck you. But regardless, it's she asked me, I was like, no. And she's like, why? I said, because I said, I have a hard time thinking of there could be many of my children running around without me. I was like, so it was hard. I was like, man, and you know what? They pay you fucking good money for that. I was talking to the guy, the doctor. He's like, Joe, for you, he said, especially since you're O negative, he said, you get like $500 an ounce. I'm like, you fucking kidding me, right? He's like, yeah. I said, no, don't tell me that. So he locked in the closet somewhere.
All right, so I don't know how reliable this is, but this says that there are 3 countries that pay you to have children. Number 1 is Hungary. Number 2 is Japan. Number 3 is Italy. But wait a minute though. I got to throw this up. Look at this shit. Look at this. This is weird.
I'll tell you who's cute is that prime minister from Italy. She's cute.
Yeah, she got the hot.
Italian girls are pretty hot. Look, Hungary at the top, Italy at the bottom, the same color, it's just different orientations of the flag.
Yeah, so,
One is vertical,
so
one is horizontal, and then you get the red dot of Japan, the white circle.
yeah, that slides into the little slots. Okay, that's got some sexual meaning.
That's enough. That's enough.
I'm just saying that's got some sexual meaning there.
Oh, you're sick.
I'm not the one sick. I didn't put this shit up here, man.
Well, I think Hungary is saying we're
non.
non-binary, and Italy saying we're binary, and Japan saying we'll take any hole. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. Just present arms, buddy. Oh man.
Yeah, we just,
I don't know.
we just
Anyway,
lost 2 viewers.
I just thought that was interesting, but there, I was looking to see that there was. I'm pretty sure there was one that some Southeast Asian country announced something to that effect. They would pay American men to come to their country and marry their women off and get have children. And these countries are doing the same thing apparently to boost their population.
Hey, we charge for hugs in this room now. Yes, we do. There's that. Well, I forgot what it was, guys. $99.99. Yes. Gotta watch these people just trying to get free hugs out there.
Yeah.
Japan's been interesting lately. They're wanting to start a war with China is what they're wanting to do. What is it with Germany and Japan? They just can't fucking behave. I mean, just stop.
But at least at this point, Germany is at least kind of on our side. I don't know if we call them our friend really, but they're part of NATO.
I hope our friend we gave him 15 nuclear weapons.
But then also Japan is one of our best friends. So I mean, at least this time, if they decide to go rogue, we go, hey, wait a minute, huh? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You heard about that, Cat? Look, China fucked themselves. Excuse my language. So China did all this stuff way back when. Oh no girl babies, no, screw them women, no baby, kill them, rape them,
Yeah.
kill them, rape them. So and what's killing me about this? It's only like 2% or 3%. The men are like 3 or 4% more than the women, and it shows you the subtle balances. So now they're screwed. So they got all these baby boomers over there. So they got 1.4 billion people. Like I think 600 million are baby boomer age.
Well, I
So
mean,
they ain't having no more kids. And then you've got all these young ones that are way too young to have kids. So you've got another one of these where we were talking about Russia earlier. You got another one with a small slice of population that can really get out there and have children and really change things. And they're not wanting to. They have gotten fucking westernized like American men and women and don't want to have any fucking kids. So they're just, so China's like, well, wait. Xi Jinping said he may have to order women and men to have sex. Well, they're having sex, dude. They're just not having babies. What the hell?
yeah.
I was like,
Maybe it's in the food.
But one of the things about westernizing the culture is, see, America. If America wasn't westernized, we'd be one of those billion population countries, 1.5 billion. But we're not. So we've only got 350 million. Look at the EU. EU's 27 countries, 450 million people. So between us, we've only got 800 million. India is a backwards third world fucking country with 1.5 billion people in it.
Yeah.
China technically is a third world country because only a third of it is first world or second world. The rest of it, third world.
It's elite parts of it are 21st century, if you will.
They got rid of the one child rule. About 25 or 30 years ago, they got rid of. Get on, man. About 30 years ago, they got rid of the one child rule. Maybe 25.
$100,000 TV.
I know, man. We're gonna start sending Jay a fucking bill, man.
Yeah.
It's but they got rid of it, but it was too late, and now they don't know what to do. And it's not just that they're having Trump's giving them shit fits over money. They keep saying, "No, we're solid, And Trump's like, "No, you're not, and I'm making it worse." Nah, fuck you. Every time she thinks he's going to get around Trump because he thinks he's so smart, Trump kicks him in the balls, and he's like, and that's what happened the first term. He thought he was slick. Trump just kicked him down. That's probably why he released COVID on our ass, because Trump was kicking the living shit out of him. Daryl, why do you want to bring up Epstein, man?
No, this ain't the show.
Yeah, look, all I can tell you is if Epstein had any information on Trump, he would have used it to get his ass out of jail and not get his ass killed, but he didn't. So that pretty much ends that argument. Just one of them things. Travel around the world. China's in trouble, and they're financially in trouble, or they're physically in trouble, and they go out and say all this big stuff about this. We're so advanced, we can kick America's ass, and then they got to come begging Trump to give them, what was it, 6th generation AI chips, 5 generations behind our best chip, and they're begging for it. I mean, no, they're begging because they're suck. And they're like, NVIDIA, please give us these chips. Please, please, please. She give you good, you know what? He love you long time. He love you long time, yes. You give me chippy, I love you long time. Well, because he can't
sounded Indian. That
Yeah.
sounded India.
India. That's
That's
Vietnam.
what it
man.
sounded like. Your accent was sounded
No,
like you were
not
from
even.
India.
Fucking India. Some Bali crazy ass people over there. You know what? Indian people, Pakistani people, if anybody gets nuke, I hope them motherfuckers first. Every time you call a bitch about something, that's who you get on the phone with. I like, you speak English. You speak English. Please speak English. And I speak English. I said, no, you speak some fucking shit I ain't never heard before. Speak English. And then they'll go on with this fucked up accent. You can't understand a word they're saying. And then they'll finally say, give me someone who speaks American. And then they transfer you to Bob in Illinois. Hey, Joe, how you doing today, man? What can I do for you? I'm gonna just fucking
Thank
reach
God you speak English, sir.
I just want to choke him out, man. I'm just like, I never give on around him. Dude, and they hate me because they'll get all sassy and smart. So AT&T's giving me this shit the other day, and I'm like, I'm listening to the guy. I said, you know what, dude? I said, I'm gonna do you a favor. I said, I don't want to see you get fired. I said, before this conversation goes any further, type my name into your search engine. I said, I know you got your fucking cell phone right there. Just type my name in, Joe Montaldo. Type it in. I said, see how many times it comes up.
Oh,
That's
wait. Kat says it's the same in Canada.
What, that you get
Oh.
probed in the ass?
What? Yeah. Don't
I
they answer the same way?
I didn't
no matter
know
where they
Canada
are?
had a rule like that you get probed in the butt. The hell y'all talking about? What did I miss here?
Takes all the fun out of it, doesn't it?
There ain't no people in Canada. Canada should be importing people from all over with 38 million people. I mean, fucking California is bigger than Canada is.
California is like economy-wise the 5th largest in the world.
I think it's like 7th now, but
It's
it's
like a country. I mean.
yeah, it's getting itchy glitchy lately. Do you know something, guys? Here y'all go. Elon Musk, in just less than 2 years, will be the 3rd wealthiest country on Earth. Oh, wait, he's not a country, but he'll be the 3rd wealthiest one on fucking Earth. One man, number 3 on the country list of money. Oh, God help him if he gets to them asteroids before anybody else. He will own fucking planet Earth. He will just buy the whole motherfucking planet.
Yeah.
He'll come in and say, China, look, you know what? You got this, got this. Let me just give you $2 trillion and you can chill. What, really? Yeah. It'd be like a Tim Allen show. Really? No, I'm just saying.
No, Kat was talking about when she talked to tech support and can't understand the accent.
Because it's either a heavy Pakistani or a heavy Indian accent. And it's like, please, just fucking shoot me.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, when they find out I own the radio station, their whole ass and attitude changes. I was on with somebody, one of my stepkids was having a problem with Walmart, and they wouldn't give her money back. I said, give me the fucking phone. She's like, well, I said, just give me the fucking phone. And I took the phone and said, hi, this is I'm such and such, and you're talking to my daughter. Can I talk to you about this? And she said, well, she's got to give me permission. I said, gave her phone. I said, well, now she's giving me permission. I said, so look, let's talk about how you tried to fuck her on this. And she, well, you can't use. I said, let's just talk. So I started talking, and I'm about 10 minutes in the conversation. You can tell this woman's now getting itchy, glitchy. You can hear her nails clicking on the desk. And I said, now, I said, before we go any further, I said, I want to introduce myself properly. I said, my name is Joe Montaldo. I own United Public Radio, UPRNTalkRadio.com, and UFO Paranormal Radio Network. I said, we're very widespread. We got about 32 million weekly listeners, probably a little more than that, about 35. I said, so before you get your ass fucking fired, we're going to rectify this. I said, because if you make me, I will get on the air in the morning and tell every fucking listener in this network about what went on with AT&T, and I will have them start talking on every show about how crappy of a network you are. And last time I did this, I got 4 years of free service out of them. And I heard something. I heard it click, 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 click. Supervisor comes on. Oh, can you tell me exactly what happened? I put my daughter on, tells her, comes back. She goes, Joe, he's going to take right care of it. They've already redirected the funds in my account. It'll be back in tomorrow, and they're sending me new equipment without charging me. I said, hey, sweet. Like I picked up the phone. I said, I want to thank you very much for taking care. He said, oh, no problem. The guy just didn't know what the fuck he was doing. That was it. Because they know, because you get whole departments fired like that. When they start hearing their name, because AT&T a couple times, so did T-Mobile, sent me cease and assist, and I sent them this back in return. Said, and because I know my rights, and you ain't gonna fucking bully my ass. It's like fuck you and your grandma. I mean, this a couple of banks, a couple of car places, a couple of phone and companies, and Amazon, a few other companies. Shit, Amazon gave me 2 years of free service. All because they fucked up. They somehow or another they double charged my monthly service into a yearly service and then double charged it. And then I had a fit with him. And I said, you overdid my credit card. And I said, you're going to have to pay for this, and it's not we're not going to pay for shit. I said, oh, well, we'll see. And it took about a year, but eventually they paid for everything. And I said, now, what are you going to do to rectify this with me? And the guy said, how about 6 months free service? How about 2 years? He said, all right. T-Mobile was the worst, though, because they lost the phone and put me through hell over it. Even though I had the shipping order, they still put me through hell over it. I said, well, you know what? All's fair in love and war. If you're going to put me through hell, I'm going to put you through hell. I had people calling all together in 2 months. 61,000 people called into them. They were so fucking pissed. They were sending me cease and desist. I was getting phone calls from fucking lawyers and judges and fucking district attorneys. I said, hey, nothing I'm doing is illegal. I said, I already talked to my lawyer. Nothing I'm doing illegal. So I kept on, and eventually they just had enough. Because what happened was every time someone would call in, they would call and say, you know what? We're just going to drop our service when we get off the phone with you. So then they're thinking, well, wait a minute now. If this fucking goes viral, we're going to lose all kind of people. So they just eventually settled. You can't, because if you give an inch with these fuckers, they'll take whatever they can get from you.
Give them an inch of rope. They want to be a cowboy.
Well, I'm still in a lawsuit with Kia over my son's car. We bought it brand new. We bought it brand new. Three transmissions in the engine later. I said, no, we're suing you.
Yeah. Hey, Heidi said,
I will put the 6 gun up somebody's where it don't shine and send them to meet their maker.
Heidi said 6 gun don't take too kind to that sort of thing. Don't
That's
they
right.
now?
That's right. I don't put up with no shit. It's what's that, Christopher? What do you mean I look like? But you did you call me ho-ho? I will bitch slap you if you call me ho-ho.
I think they were offering to give you one, dude. Yeah, I'll take a ho-ho.
Now, when I was young, you could call me ho-ho.
Yeah.
No, I know, because it is, because it's white right now. I'm not doing any TV gigs. It doesn't have to be dyed, so leave it alone. I'm just grateful. It rarely gets to be its real true color. No, because there's always some shit. Somebody, because what happens is when you do TV, and you get all those bright lights, it bleaches this. Like my face looks like it stops like right here. Hi, I'm Joe, man. Where's the rest of my face? So they make me. And I'm not going to shave it off because then I'll just look like Doughboy. I'll look like the guy from, what's that? Mandalorian. That, you know what is so funny? I'm watching Mandalorian with some peoples. And the guy had to take his helmet off, right? And everybody's like, that's the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I was like,
Thought he'd be taller.
Shit, man, he just looked like a little Doughboy. I was like, oh, man. What do you mean? Have I shot anybody? I couldn't. If you asked me if I shot him, if I told you, it means I'd have to come shoot you. Well, I wouldn't actually shoot you. I'd use one of them things and you'd go right to sleep, and then I'd slide in and buy you to the alligators. You know how you do the fish? You cut them little scar marks. You just do it across the legs, just slides right in, and gator eat you right up. Him and his comrade, especially if you know there's a female around with her little pack of baby shit. There won't even be bone left. Yeah, that was started by A friend of mine who has now passed, yes, Jason Wilson, told that story in Las Vegas, Nevada, to some guy who was giving me shit. He said, "You're just gonna fucking keep it on. Joe's gonna take you out, feed you to alligators." He said, "You better leave him alone." He said, "I watched him just slide this guy in. The gator just pulled him by his head and took him away, like the damn gator was trained almost."
Yeah.
That story.
They
That
were
story.
waiting
So
for it.
good, man.
Time for our daily feeding.
I was on coast. Somebody called in to ask about, is that true? I said, well, if I tell you that, I'll have to come do that to you, wouldn't I? And they're like,
Right.
don't tell me. George starts laughing. I mean, it's like 400,000 people. He's like, yeah, okay, man. Guess we're gonna kill them all, and Joe. It's anybody can get on coast to coast. The easiest way to get on coast, just get 100 people to write in the coast to coast, address it to Lisa Lyon or to Stephanie O. I forget her last name, and if as long as it's something good, they'll put you on. I've been on 5 times, 4 times, 5 times. I don't know, 4 or 5 times. Oh, I could have been on more. I just did. Because it's just I want to talk about new stuff. Yeah, if I'm going on there, I'm using them to put out new stuff. No, I like George just fine. I've met George a few times. He's a nice guy. He's never been rude to me. Of course, I look like I might rip your head off and shove it up your ass. So, but still, he's never been rude to me. Oh, we're at a conference, right? And this guy's just talking shit. And I said, look, dude, I got tired of hearing. He wasn't talking to me, he was talking to somebody else. And I finally just looked up. I said, man, why don't you shut the fuck up and go away? You're giving me a head. And the old lady's looking at me, you're going to start some shit on you. I said, no, I just wanted to go away. And I'm tired of listening and pick on this. This guy was my size or bigger. He's picking on this little tiny dude, man. This dude's like 140 pounds, 160 pounds, 5'7", 5'8". And I'm just getting tired of hearing the guy. The guy didn't like the theory, the UFO theory that this guy put up. So I'm sitting there. And then the guy's going to go, he come up there. Well, what you going to do about it? And I stood up. I said, do you really fucking want to know what I'm going to do about it? I said, are we going to go there? And I forgot who it was. I was Steve, and somebody reaches up and put his hands on. He said, you do know he was Special Forces, right? The guy's like, wait, what? He said, oh, no, dude, I ain't got no, I don't have no problem with you. He said, your boy's theory is just crazy. I said, yeah, but you don't have to be a dick about it. I said, just tell me you're crazy and go on, or come sit over here and talk to us or something. I said,
and if you're Special Forces, you don't go around advertising that. You don't walk in and go, hey guys, I'm Special Forces. Hello.
The only time that we're required to say it is if you're going to hit somebody, you have to tell them. And I still remember we were in French Quarter. This guy's like, I said, dude, don't make me say what I'm going to say, because next thing comes is your ass is going to get whooped.
Yeah.
And I mean, dude, I'm not even out of the service yet. I'm 18 days out of boot camp. So I'm just like just muscle.
Yeah, and probably on leave.
The brain, even the brain, even the brain was like 3 weeks, but I was on some kind of duty, but it wasn't hard duty. But even your brain's like a muscle at this point, because you're just being bombarded by bullshit. And I'm standing there looking at the guy. I'm like, dude, please, just don't. And he's like, and I wasn't actually out of boot camp. I was out of TY training, which was part of the Special Forces training. And that's what it was. It was they gave you X amount of weeks every so often to clear your, to reset your mindset. And I'm thinking to myself, and I said, I could kill you in like 60 ways in about 6 seconds. And he said something else, and I looked up at him. I said, okay, you're going to make me say this, right? And he reaches out, and he goes to push me. And problem with training is you don't think about it. So when he did, I reached up, grabbed him by the wrist, slipped his wrist around and bent it up, and I was just holding him there. And I said, do you know there's a number of things I could do to you right now, right? As I reached around, just kind of tapped him in his throat, just with the edge of my hand. I said, right there, you could have been out for the rest of the day. I said, so I'm going to ask you nicely and politely, fucking sit down, buy me a drink, or get your ass kicked. What's your answer? Waiter. I was like, you because I don't like to fight. I was always taught if you can walk away from a fight, walk away from a fight. I don't like it.
Sometimes though, the power isn't in the power of the Special Forces. The power is in the forces. If you know everybody in the bar, you usually don't get your ass kicked. Like I'll shorten a real quick story. This guy was in for St. Patrick's Day, and we put our quarters down on the pool table at the exact same time. I said, "Oh, hey, cool. Maybe if I beat this guy, you and I can play." He's like, "All right, cool." I did that so that he remembered when our quarters came up. Well, my quarters came up, and he's like, "I went to grab my quarters." He went to grab them, and he's like, "It's my turn." I was like, "No, don't you remember? We went at the same time. I was just ahead of you. They beat this guy, then you and I can play." And he wanted to be a dick about it, and he went like this. And that's the bar I hung out in all throughout college. So the whole bar stood up and went, "Nah, nah, nah, nah," and he was like, "Oh." He walked away.
We know this. We know this asshole. I really did though. I tried not to get in fights. I mean, sometimes it was,
It's not a wise move. Some people think it's the first, it's the first reaction they go to. It's their
It's a
gut
man
reaction.
thing. It's a man
Yeah,
thing.
well,
You have to.
childish man
in the
thing, but
country, getting in a ballroom fight is just that. It's not we hating each other. We're not even going to go away hating. It's just they just get in a fight, knock each other around for a little while, and then everybody goes and gets strong. It's a different kind of thing, but they're the kind of fights where people are trying to do whatever their particular goal is or whatever point they're trying to prove or whatever they're up to. And I remember sitting in clubs thinking, don't go there, don't go there, don't go there, don't go there. And then a friend of mine, we in some club, we're in bumfuck nowhere, and we're in this club, and he is ripped on what I don't know what he was on. He's jumping around, he's like slamming on the floor and knocking into people. And I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna get bad here soon. And this guy comes up. This guy is like 6'5", 300 pounds. I'm like, oh, he grabs my boy and just lifts him up. He said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" You're just shaking him around and shit. And all of a sudden, TJ just wakes up, kicks the guy in the throat, knees him in the face on the way down, and then kicks him in the ball. And you just watch this big guy just roll. It's like a movie thing. He just, and he stands and he said, "How many other you motherfuckers want to go this route?" And they're all just kind of looking, and I'm like, I think it's time to leave, TJ. I said, let's just leave.
let's go before the guys in the Midnight Navy shirts come along. Yeah.
I'm thinking, there's like 70 of these motherfuckers in there and 2 of us. I'm like, yeah, it's time to leave, my friend.
Well, yeah, not to mention the cops that may come along later on.
Oh man. And then I'm sitting there, I'm home and leave again. And I'm out with my stepson. And we're playing darts. I'm sitting there, and these girls are playing darts, and Sam's trying to hit on these girls, and I'm laughing. And this guy comes by, and he just grabs this blonde and just slaps the living shit out of her, knocks it to the floor. And I'm like, whoa. My immediate instinct was just to whoop his ass right then and there. And I stood up, and I said, "Joe, you don't know what's going on here. Get out of this." Sam's like, So the guy walks off, and I'm like, "Joe, you okay?" And I said, "Don't make excuses for this asshole." She said, "Well, he does this, he's a cop, and blah, 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 blah." So I go, he walks out the door. As he walks out the door, I get up, and the bartender knows me, he's the owner. He goes, "Joe, not on my property." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Not on my property." And I'm like, so I walk out the door, and I just kind of bumped the guy with my shoulder. He spins around. I'm like, whoa, dude, it was an accident. I bumped you with your shoulder. You don't know who I am. You don't talk. And then he poked me in the chest. I just dropped him. And then I picked him up and took his face and just ran it down the side of the wall. When I didn't realize the wall had those little pointy stucco thing, I shredded the whole side of his fucking face. Just dropped him on the ground. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, these cops are playing pile-on. I mean, they're coming from all over the place. I finally get up, and the guy's getting ready to hit me. And the sergeant, what's the lieutenant walks up back. She's screaming, "What the fuck?" He said, "What is going on here?" He starts telling me, "Oh man, he was taking our boy out. He was about to take him out." And so lieutenant goes in, let me see the tape, starts talking to the bartender, comes back out and says, "You're fired. You're going to jail. All of you are on suspended duty." And he said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm fine." He's like, because he's seen what happened.
Yeah.
And looked at what happened. He said, "I'm surprised you didn't whip his ass better." I said, "Well, I was going to, but your boy."
I was just about to get into his ass, and your guy stopped it.
It was so funny. And, I'm thinking to myself, Joe, don't hurt these guys because, you'll go to jail if you do. They don't know what's going on, the whole time because they don't realize that training kicks in. It's hard to keep that shit under control. I mean, it kicks in and you just want to just fuck people up. I mean, that's what you're taught to do. You just fucking you're not taught to play nice with him. You're not taught to just hurt him. You're taught to fuck him up. And there's a couple times that just guy just walked up and punched me in the face, and I just looked at him, punched him in the throat, dropped him down the ground. And a good friend of mine, I had my boot sitting on the top of his side of his neck. My friend's going, Joe. I said, dude, I'm just gonna plead I was crazy and training took over.
Yeah.
Like, and the guy's face is like, I mean, it's like bleached white.
Hey, Kevin. We coming up on a break? Yes, no?
The hell with the break. We only got an hour.
All right.
Yeah. The power hour. It's but but I always told him fighting is wrong. If you don't have to fight, I'll tell you though, one of the things that my wife was like, so much. My uncle calls me. I'm home for about 8 months, and my uncle calls me. He went to go see his ex, whatever. Anyway, he's over there trying to talk his ex coming in. These 4 guys are trying to beat the crap out of him, right? He's like, Joe. I said, I'm coming, Chuck. So I get in the car. I got 3 friends when we go. I jump out the car. I go running up. These guys like, what are you gonna do? I just boom, boom, boom. I just dropped 300 fucking grand. I said, I'm just making sure it's gonna be a fair fight. That's all. Because Chuck was a big guy, so I wasn't really worried about him. These 3 dudes were like, Jesus Christ, dude. I was like, dude, so I'm telling you, I just made sure. I said, y'all look like he was about to jump the boy. I can't let that go on. They were just stunned because they don't realize it. And even that cop that night when I dropped that cop, he said, dude, I'm trained. He said, I'm a state trooper. You took me down like I was a fucking kid yesterday because your training ain't the same as mine.
Right. Yeah. Well, you're trained to subdue. Mine is trained to kill.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, instinctively, I was supposed to take you out. I was supposed to just go and, end you.
So I can speak to that. I from like the first 2 years in college. Well, the last 2 years of high school and the first 2 years of college, I was hanging out with police officers. I was in the police. I was in a Boy Scout type of organization run by the same group that does Boy Scouts, Weeblos, and all that stuff called Police Explorers. And I did that for 2 years. And I learned police tactics, how to follow people, how not to be followed, how to, fill out reports and all kinds of, things that cops would need to learn. And then 2 years in college, I was taking criminal justice courses where I learned other, like legal tactics and things. The training cops get is not to kill. Some of the martial tactics they get is if they really, really have to, is the most they want to do. If they're on the ground wrestling with you, they're going to break your arm. They're going to break your leg, break your finger, whatever bone they can get their hand on. They don't want to kill you. They're not going out to war. They're not trying to defend themselves against people that are trying to kill them. So, but I mean, they are actually, but not always.
Well, it's funny. The real difference between
it's a different mentality. It's a different tactic altogether. 100%.
Well, yeah, because Jane Cop over there, she's going to draw a gun, pow, 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 4 or 5 times before she kills the target. Oh no, Joe Marine's going to go pop. That's it. Right. They're dead. They're not going to be none of this pop. They're going to be pop, and that's going to be the end of that. It's just different.
Kevin has a question for you. Kevin has a question for you.
Oh, he's
3i Atlas leave our solar system yet?
Nope.
Any videos I see are likely all fake as a repeat.
So currently 3i Atlas has an X-ray field around it of 250,000 miles. They have no fucking idea what it is. It's like a giant X-ray machine right now, and it's actually picked up speed yet again, but it is still headed out of the solar system.
Now, is it aiming the X-rays at any one planet? Because someone said it was. I think you said someone was saying it was pointed at Jupiter.
Well, I don't. Even if it was, Jupiter's going to be more than 250,000 miles away. I mean, the field's only 250,000 miles. It sounds big when you hear it, but then when you think of the vastness of space, it's itty bitty. It's like a little pebble.
Well, that doesn't mean it doesn't have some sort of effect for the. I mean, what kind of device could do that? What natural object gives off X-rays?
Natural objects that gives off X-rays. I'd have to look that one up. I'm sure there are. I mean, suns and stuff.
Hey, Google, are there any natural objects that give off X-rays?
quasars or
On the website
pulsars or something.
cnsc-ccsn.gc.ca, they say
They say.
X-rays are a form of radiation similar to gamma radiation. They are produced mainly by artificial means rather than from naturally occurring radioactive materials.
There you go. So it's something, some alien on there causing trouble again.
Still, I don't know. Sounds kind of hokey to me.
But they're saying it's still headed out of the galaxy. I forgot what the newest speed was, but it's hauling ass. It's like it's trying to get out of here before we go launch something at it. Well, there has been talk.
Or maybe it's sped up because we already have.
Maybe that's always true too. You can't really rule that out. You can't say, "Oh, we haven't secretly sent something at it."
I mean, wasn't there quite a flurry of things sent off by Musk while that thing was shooting by Mars?
There was a lot of probes redirected. There was a lot of stuff redirected.
But I mean, wasn't there some stuff launched from Texas that was, Musk?
Yeah, but I think that's been accounted for, if I remember right. I think I can't be 100% sure.
Of course, they can always say it's for X and use it for Y. When
they
why
probably
not?
all want to get.
I mean, the government's very good at using X and Y.
So Kat, a bunch of NASA scientists got together and
Wow,
said,
nobody got that.
no, they did. But a bunch of NASA scientists got together and they have determined more than likely aliens know we're here already. They just don't want to talk to us. And a lot of them are not broadcasting because they don't want to be found, because they don't know what the fuck is out in the universe. And, you just don't want to give your phone number away and your address when something might come knocking.
It's bigger than you, yeah.
So and then Stephen Hawking said this years ago, what the hell is wrong with you stupid humans? Why are you telling everybody where we are? But it doesn't matter, because we're a fucking radio wave broadcasting since the 1913 Olympics into space. That's over 100 years.
Before that. Hey, Google, when was the first radio broadcast?
But that's not the one that went far. That's the one that actually went out.
According to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia.
Hey, Google, stop.
According to some.
So the first radio broadcast is 1906. So that's as far back as we can go with radio broadcast.
Yeah, but that's not reaching into space. The first one of
maybe not, but that gives us
no. But you need to know what it is, because it's important. The first one of any real consequence was Adolf Hitler at the 1913 Olympic Games. He was the one broadcasting. The fucking guy who tried to end the world is the very first fucking thing that anybody ever hears in the universe first. They hear Adolf Hitler. You know what? It might explain why they came looking for his ass. And it might explain why he got all that technology to work on them twins and shit. Because he was the first person they ever heard. He was, he wasn't even ruler at the time.
Yeah, he was chancellor. He wasn't.
Yeah,
Führer.
I mean,
Yeah.
so the thing about it is it's weird, it's strange, and then we know from 1911 to 1916 or 17, they were building saucer-looking craft of all things: airplanes, boats, tanks.
Okay, so this says, what was the first man-made signal to leave Earth? The first man-made signal to leave Earth would have been a radio wave. So that radio wave of 1906 probably did leave Earth. It may not be strong enough to be picked up by modern equipment, but advanced alien equipment, maybe so. But that's the start, 1906.
Yeah, but that's when you look up what's the first radio of any consequence that can leave space, it's the German broadcast.
That's it. That's 1906. Yeah, apparently any radio signal can leave the planet.
No, not
Yeah.
if radio waves aren't powerful enough, it's not going anywhere. It won't even break the atmosphere. It won't break. I mean, you have to have radio waves. You have to go by power. It's going to get muffled and taken out by background noises and noises from space. This is a signal that they're talking about that can be heard clearly. That's what they're talking about. A signal that is broadcasted, that you can hear, just like you heard it on Earth. The year it was broadcasted, you can hear it where it's being heard at 100 light years away, the same exact way. As far as you're concerned, when you hear it, it's the live event. Even though it's 100 years has passed, it's still the live event that you're hearing. So that has to be clear enough to be heard by an intelligence, and they're not talking about any intelligence. They're talking intelligence like us. We don't want to think about any advanced intelligence thinking about Earth, because that gets scary. But if it's somebody like us that can't really get to us, but maybe can talk to us, every couple hundred years we get a message back and forth to each other.
Yeah.
That's different.
Well,
But
it's like
that's what they
Stephen
were.
Hawking said. If we accidentally encounter a more advanced society than us, that's not so that's they're more like a colonizational kind of thing, like we were when we came to the Americas. They could not be a good idea for us. They could take us over. It's not a good idea.
It's just we're just gambling because we don't know what's out there. We don't know if it's friendly or nice. I mean, all you got to do is look at Earth and think about our interactions with the Africans and the South Americans and giving them advanced technologies. It wasn't really good. Nothing good came out of that. Look how much it changed their societies because they weren't ready to be where we were. It takes time to get to a certain way of thinking, a certain type of evolution. But you can't be thinking everything on the planet's magic when you know it's technology. And hence, that's probably an alien race would probably look at us. But that's the real problem. I mean, we don't know. I mean, think about it. And they're judging us by this. So they hear this one from Adolf Hitler, then they hear Lucille Ball. I mean, what the hell are you thinking about that? I mean, everything in between that. I mean, when you're listening to us, it's a cornucopia of insanity.
Then there's those people who get the TV show and then they build a spaceship just like it, and then they come here and get the actors to like operate it. That was a horrible fiasco.
Yeah, well, Jamie, we're not even been broadcasting in the space that long. I mean, a little over 100 years. Well, that means we have signals 100 light years out. So what you'd have to do is get on.
If we call 1906 the very first official radio broadcast, we can give it. Let's say it wasn't a regular thing. The radio shows happened like yesterday, the next day. So let's give it like say 10 years. Radio stations are a thing. Radio broadcasts. So let's say 1916. Radio broadcasts are the first things, and those would be the Olympics. Yeah, I mean,
it's the thing about it is you've got that, and then you've got all the weirdnesses in between that came along, and all these weird television shows. Now you even got all the crazy stuff that's going on now. I mean, look, every TV show you see, somebody's blowing something up, killing somebody. Do you want to come visit a place like that?
Well,
even if you know it's fake, do you really want to come to a place where that's all you see is let's blow some shit up?
The very, very excellent show Falling Skies is re-premiering on, I think, Netflix this month or next month, which is, blowing up all kinds of stuff in aliens versus humans, and very good episode, very good series, very good show.
Jack, no, there was a couple. No, there was a couple signals. It was weird the way, because a lot of the radio we were using was, you couldn't even make it from town to town. We didn't have satellites or anything. We weren't really pointing anything at space. We were aiming at ground stations. Well,
yeah, I think we have in the Washington D.C. area where we have large, vast areas, serviced by radio stations, lots of radio stations. They have really huge antenna arrays throughout the area to get their signal out to the suburbs, especially if the station is inside Washington, D.C. in Maryland, they want to go out to like Rockville and, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour away to broadcast their signal and get their news out. And it takes big, 100,000 megahertz towers to do that.
I don't know, Jeff. There was nowadays all of our signals leave Earth because everything's being sent into space and back on satellites and stuff. So we're like broadcasting like we look at us. Oh, please come probe us. Ooh, look at us. That's
imagine the best way to imagine it is look at a highway from above at night. Everybody's got their lights on, and we're the one cop car. There they are. Look at them.
Yeah, and then they come pulling up and they see all this light all over the planet. That's electricity.
Shine like a beacon. Get us for small and then technologically inferior.
Well, even at 100 light years out, You'd have to look, but I think it's more like 120 light years out, but or maybe 115. We'd have to really sit down and see what signal we were going to use. But anyway, we'll just round it down to 100 light years. So right now, if you're 100 light years out, you're hearing the first signals of Earth, and they're kind of scratchy and weird sounding. If you got video, you can see this. Remember, it's not just audio that we're broadcasting; we're broadcasting video, so you can see this. And just think you see this guy Hitler broadcasting in the Olympics, and then 20 years later, 15 years later, you're seeing him again at Zeke Heil, and you'll wonder what the fuck happened. Remember, the aliens are going to see all of our news clips, all of our wars, everything, because everything's being broadcasted into space. They're going to know a lot about us when they get here. Hopefully they can distinguish between real and not real, and not like the termites were, but
or the Dalmatians.
Yeah. So it's well, we don't know. I mean, if you've seen TV signals and radio signals from another planet, but you didn't understand them, or you were looking at it, would you really know what they were doing? I mean, there might be some basic things.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark, what's happening?
Yeah, but the thing about the 1936 Olympics, I remember hearing some controversy about that it may have not have actually been the real first signal because it's mentioned in Carl Sagan's novel Contact. I don't know. You'd have to read it and see. But anyway, 100 light years is what we're talking about.
Which is even we can't accomplish that, but someone who could, certainly could hear us already.
So 100. I don't know what encompasses that 100-year light year. We'd have to pull up the galactic neighborhood map and see.
Well, it's certainly within the range of Alpha Centauri, which is 40 light years.
No, Alpha. No, wait. Proxima is Alpha. 4 light years.
Yeah, 4 light years.
Yeah,
so it's definitely hit that.
I'm sure there's quite a lot of other ones in that 100 light years. I'm sure there's quite a few solar systems in there.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, people, it's not 100 light years in one direction. It's 100 light years in all directions, 360. Yeah, that's how radio broadcasts. And radio waves broadcast at the speed of light. That's how fast they broadcast at the speed of light. What is it? 184,000 miles per second?
186,000 miles per second.
86, yeah. It's hanking ass fast. No, and Atlas is not going that fast. Atlas is going per mile, not per second.
Yeah, well, it's still going, but it still has accelerated 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I don't know where it's at right now. Somebody said the other day it was right around 184,000 miles an hour. I haven't checked that, so
No, it's more than that. It's like 584 last count.
It's because it came in the solar system at 134,000 miles per hour, and the problem is sometimes you hear it in miles per hour, and sometimes you hear it in kilometers, which is double or triple the amount. You actually got to double check all of it.
Yeah, if it's a metric number, it's usually 2.54 larger than the.
Yeah, so like the other day they said it was traveling at 250,000 kilometers per hour. That's what, about 175,000 miles an hour, I believe.
If I recall it correctly, it came into the solar system on the elliptic plane as all the planets. So it was aimed at the planets. Number one. Number two, it came in at like 384,000 miles an hour and was quickly decelerated to 154,000 miles per hour. Then it went around Venus, went around Mars, and when it came around Mars, it accelerated back up to 384,000 miles an hour. Then decelerated to 284,000 miles an hour. Then accelerated again to 524,000 miles an hour, which is where the last number I was really tracking it at, because at that point they're saying, oh, it's leaving the atmosphere, the galaxy, or the solar system.
So the fastest I ever heard it going was 134,000 miles an hour. See right here, it says its top speed is 221,000 kilometers.
Yeah,
that's 137,000. That's NASA.
A lot of the data is just is conflicting with itself. It's the weirdest.
It's been fluctuating between 137,000 miles an hour and 153 miles per hour, It went down, went up, went down, went up, just like you were saying, but they got different speeds. And then currently it's cruising at 153,000 miles per hour, which is still hauling ass.
Yeah, it's still very quick. Yes.
But on kilometers, that would have been like 375. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got to watch these maps because I noticed they don't always tell you. You got to go look for yourself.
Yeah.
The other day, I was looking at something. I said, "Man, that's awful fucking fast. Wouldn't that Comet be breaking up at that kind of speed? Unless it really is an aircraft." And then they can't quite decide what size this thing is. I see they took it down from 20.
Well, I mean, didn't it also break into pieces? So whatever its size was, it's now fragmented. Yeah.
No, as far as I know, it's still intact. This is what
I thought it fragmented at some point once it came around outside of Mars.
Yeah, they just said it was blowing off stuff, but it was still intact. So this has it still intact too, but
if it's blowing off stuff and then it's not intact,
it's just blowing off gases and steam. And
okay,
right. like most of them do when it gets too close to the sun. But they're saying now it's no greater than 3.5 miles, and it can be as small as 1,400 feet and as large as 3.5 miles. That's it now. They've got some pretty good shots of it now, so they're pretty sure of its size. It's still no closer than 170 million miles from Earth.
Yeah, it's way far out.
Yeah, 1.8 astronomical units. That's twice the distance to the sun.
Yeah, I've heard numbers like 1.94 million miles, things like that, or 194,000 miles away from us.
It's definitely staying away. Oh, it may pick up speed again, guys. This thing is wacko.
See, yeah, I know. I mean, it's just
it's a.
And they want to say it's a natural. I mean, how is it accelerating and not losing? How is it accelerating by outgassing and not losing mass by losing gas?
Well, that's the funny part. At one point, it actually had two tails, one point forward, one point backward.
But yeah, one of the tails is pointing at the sun, not away from the sun, like it should.
So that looked like it was slowing it down, and then all of a sudden it switched directions and started speeding back up. I'm like, it's crazy. Which I guarantee it made it change course, but still not coming around us. I don't know, Dean. It's interesting. Well, I'm glad it ain't coming around us with 250,000 miles of X-ray around it. We don't want to be engulfed in an X-ray field on our freaking planet.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't.
I don't know. Wouldn't our magnetic atmosphere repel most of it, if not all of it? Probably all of it.
They were showing a difference in size between Oumuamua and 3I Atlas. It's a massive difference. One's like a shuttlecraft, one's like an Enterprise.
Which one's bigger, Oumuamua?
Kevin has another question. How do they know where and how where this thing come from?
Well, they don't really know where it came from. They know it came if they track back its direction. You have to remember now, at any point it could have been changed. And when it came in, the way it came into our planet, where it crossed across Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, allowed it not only to pick up speed but to slightly change direction. We don't know how many times in other solar systems it did this. Or we don't even know what solar system, because you have to remember, not only everything in the damn universe is spinning. So our solar system's spinning. We're spinning around our sun. The solar system itself is spinning through the galaxy, and the galaxy itself is moving around as well. So it's hard to backtrack things that far back, but they think it came in within 6 degrees of the WOW signal, about 2.5 billion light years out. That makes it about 5 billion years old.
And another thing, so if this is the sun, this is what we call the ecliptic plane. This is where all the planets revolve around. It's around this plane, right? And then we have outside of that is the Oort cloud. This is the furthest extension of our sun's galactic influence. Most things come in from that angle outside the Oort cloud into our inner solar system from that way. They don't come in this way at the ecliptic plane. For most, I don't know why the reasons is for that, but it seems like whatever 3I Atlas was, that it was directly shot or aimed at, pinpointed to go in and fly through a sun's inner planets and get data. Yeah, it's a Titan dice. Where did
It's,
the box go? Oh yeah, here we go.
Well, it's only moving at 153,000 miles an hour, so it would take it some time to get to Earth. It's and yeah, I had heard quite a few times that they had said it was come to Earth on Christmas. It would be around Christmas. Well, Christmas is only 11 days now, or 12 days, but it's the point being is it's going to be hard put to get here in 12 days. Not unless it gets a lot faster and changes course quite a bit. Currently, it's headed out of the solar system, away from us. Now, and I started not trusting NASA, so we look, see how many observatories have it pointed in the same direction. All of them do right now. Let me tell you what it does. Any funky moves, we'll be one of the first ones on the air talking about it. And we've talked about 3i Atlas. We've tracked all kind of mood swings of 3i Atlas since it started. Oumuamua too. Well, no one knew about the second one, so it wasn't on the track. No, Oumuamua is quite a good distance out of the solar system now. It's on its way. It has left the neighborhood and on to the next neighborhood. And I'm curious. I wish they would track and see where they were going. I'm interested to see what direction Oumuamua and 3i Atlas is going to go. Are they going to go in the same direction, or are they going to split and go in different directions?
Are they gonna what if they intercept and merge?
Oh
Wow.
wow, that would be. This is like really so Star Trekky to me.
One of them would have to slow down significantly, and one of them would have to speed up significantly.
Kevin says that makes sense. Jay helps me wrap my head around how they say it from another solar system, so many light years away.
No, they
Yeah,
got
but again, the trajectory seems specific. I mean, to have it come in, like this is the sun again, and the ecliptic plane is along here. To have it come in right on the plane where all the planets go this way around the planet. I mean, we don't diverge anywhere above this plane. It's just this orbital plane. That's where we are, planetarily speaking. Almost all the planets. Some are a little bit higher, a little bit lower than that plane, but that's it. That band. That's what it was shot for.
Yes,
and it would take really precise mathematic targeting to go from billions of light years away.
Yeah,
what
but
they're trying to hit a pinhead while they're riding a horse backwards, shooting in a mirror. They're trying to hit a pinhead.
I don't know. It depends on how advanced somebody is, but it came in it's a hyperbolic. It came in hyperbolic, which means it set itself up so that not only could it pick up speed from Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, it could change its trajectory. So we do that all the time. NASA does that. It's not a big deal. NASA does this with satellites.
It shows intelligent design.
So no, it does up to an extent. So according to all the astronomers, 1 in 500 things do this. So it's not even that big of a thing. Yeah, I was surprised too, Jay, when he said 1 in 500. I was
that is a big number out there. That's a big number because how many? Let's go back real quick. How many natural satellites, not counting the moon, do we have rolling around inside our solar system on our planets? 433.
Yeah, we got a lot of them. I was going to say
about the same number. So 1 in 500 of those is matches those coordinates. Or those,
but being hyperbolic just means that it came in so that it would pick up speed. Now, that was the chance of that happening is 1 in 500. So we've had more than 500 things pass through our solar system. So it's well within the factor of reason. But it's just something. It's the other things. So that was the trigger, the hyperbolic orbit. That was the trigger. But when you started hearing about it slowing down,
how many
tails going in other directions, there was just a lot of things about this thing that was funky monkey.
But it's changed color 3 or 4 times. It's blinked. It's been red, it's been blue, it's been green, it's been yellow, it's been white, and the colors of that has been ejecting. It's been outgassing. It's been anti-tailing, which is something we've never seen before, and it's been slowing up and speeding down at seemingly strategic points.
Yeah, but now it looks. I mean, we'll know in a couple of weeks. But if it just goes by Earth,
why go? Look. If you're sending something to this system, why go around Mars instead of the obvious planet that has life on it?
Well, because that's what they thought life was, and maybe when this probe was launched, there was life on Mars. But now there's not. Now there's life on Earth. And they don't know that. That's why they're not coming here. They're going by us. And the thing hasn't changed course to get closer to Earth. And if at anything, it's changed courses to get further away from Earth. So it's not seeing life here, or it's not picking it up or something.
Well, I found that difficult to believe. If you can pick up our radio signals 100 light years away,
If they
can
could, we
definitely
don't know. But that's the thing.
come
We
on,
don't know.
any advanced civilization, they can launch a probe into this system from another solar system is at least advanced enough to detect life
No, but think
on
about what
our
you just
solar
said.
system, on our planet,
Stop.
going by another planet.
Think about, just stop for a minute. Think about Voyager in a billion years from now, or a billion years from now. Voyager is going to be way out on the other side of the galaxy. Nobody's going to know how the fuck it got there. They're going to be like, what the hell is this? Where did this thing come from? When they track it backwards, they're going to say, Jesus, it came from the other side of the galaxy. And we have
Or the other side of the universe, even.
Yeah. So at this point, we don't know that it's just not something that was launched, a probe like ours that they thought was dead, that's just going on doing its business. It's just cruising along. It's probably sending data back, but it's so far away now that data's probably taking millions of years to get back to its source.
Yeah.
As far as we know, that race could still be alive, dead, or anything in between. Hell, they could be the light beams. As far as
and
know.
we are aware of one thing with the first Voyager. The first thing that left our solar system is that it went offline and was offline. In other words, not sending signals to NASA or Houston or anybody of any significance for 8 years. And then all of a sudden, when it came back online, whatever systems it had right before that and that were failing or had failed were now repaired and functioning 100%. And it was no longer off course. It was now back on its original course.
Yeah, just like
how does a non-automatonic space probe fix itself mid-flight?
Yeah, and they're going to always ask that question, but it's out there and it's going. So aliens are going to be seeing it, just like we're
I
seeing.
think aliens already have. I mean, it's just something.
Yeah, but I mean, there's going to be races who see this thing coming by that aren't going to know like it is, and it may turn into a V'ger. It may start collecting rock and dust.
What if it turns into a galactic passport? It goes like it's already gotten its first, repair from a civilization who, gave it a Band-Aid and a pat on the ass and send it on its way. And then, another 100 years, it'll hit another civilization. They'll do another repair on it, and smack it on the ass and send it on its way. And then eventually it'll come back with all these different
it'll come back as
patch jobs,
wipe us out.
Yeah.
You're not the creator. You're pathetic. Let me wipe
you guys suck. Boom. Yeah. I'll drop a laser on your ass.
Jack V'ger's from Star Trek. Yes. It's from the first movie. Oh no, that's V'ger's not from the first. No, it is from the first movie. Yeah. Well, there's two movies where there's a movie and a TV series where they had a thing like that.
Well, okay. So the fact is that it's not a movie. V'ger comes from a pilot script for what they called Star Trek Phase 2, which was going to be the second incarnation of Star Trek on television. But they got the green light for a big movie from Paramount. So they took this script, which would have, maybe I think might have been maybe 70 pages, maybe 89 pages long, enough to make an hour and a half long TV show, but with commercials is 2 hours. To make a 2-hour movie, it's nothing. So they used that script and they couldn't fluff it out enough to make a good movie out of it. But it has its ups and downs.
It does. It's got its ups and downs. Well, it was going to do good no matter what. It was the first thing,
It had Star Trek on it. Captain Kirk was attached. Yeah,
it was the first thing since the series. It was, it came back. It came back around the Star Wars time, which just helped it out.
Gene was attached. Bill was attached. Everybody was attached, but Leonard, and Leonard signed on at the end, the very last minute. He was the last one to sign on.
Yeah, because he didn't want to see a new Kirk. That's why. Oh, this is Kirk's brother. Not Kirk.
He didn't want to be overplayed by the pretentious Bill Shatner, and so they actually, I think they paid him a little bit more than Bill, and Bill didn't know that. When Bill found out, he was pissed.
I don't know. Bill usually had exclusive contracts that said that not only did he make more, but he got top billing.
He still got top billing, but he just didn't. They just didn't let him know that they
Even
had to
in the
coax
ones that
Leonard with a little bit more.
even the ones he produced. I mean, even the ones Shatner produced, he still got top billing. You got to figure that one out. And according to Bill, he actually made quite a bit more than Shatner. So I don't know. I don't know. Back in the days, Craig, you're talking about when the series was out. No, Bill made way more than Shatner when the series was out.
Yeah, and Leonard endured a lot more harshness because of the prosthetics really sucked. He had to go through makeup every time before he went on camera. With the movies, he was able to barter that for a little bit more money. I do believe that's why he was getting paid more. And then they tried to keep it from Bill, and when Bill found out, he was livid.
Well, if you go back and look at the thing with the captains, they talk about he made on average 15 to 20% more than Leonard did. He said it used to drive Leonard crazy.
In Bill Shatner's defense, if he wasn't a dick, he wouldn't care if Leonard had to endure those 4 and 5 hours of going through the makeup and getting paid a little bit more if he's getting top billing.
Yeah, well, same thing of it is Bill's listed as the top star in all of it. So he should always get paid more. You can't have your top star not making the top.
Good night, Sherry. Good night. See you tomorrow.
But that's just neither here. And that was I actually watched an episode of Deep Space Nine last night where they went to the Klingon homeworld to see if what's his name was a changeling. Found out it was the general.
The Gowron. Were they trying to find Gowron? It was a changeling. Yeah.
They thought he was a changeling, but they found out that it was the general instead. Yeah, and I was bored, so it happened to pop up on there. Well, you know why you're saying good night to Sherry, Heidi. We're keeping an eye on you. Oh yeah, you and that Ozzy chick. We're keeping an eye on y'all too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sherry from Canada.
Who? Mish. Sherry's from Canada, Newfoundland.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Mish is from Australia and Heidi's from.
That's what I'm saying. We're keeping an eye on and Heidi on that Australian chick, man. We watching. See that? Oh yeah, we keep an eye. I'm gonna even tell Michelle keep an eye now.
Yep.
I have to have Michelle keep an eye. Frankie, what are you doing, baby? Oh, well, I don't know how much time we got now, but
15 minutes.
About 15, 25 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
If I had to say
35 minutes.
So you want truth, right? So if I had to say my two favorite things to really drink is Jack and Coke with a shot of Jack on the side. But since I'm not allowed to drink that, my next favorite thing would be a White Russian, a real White Russian, not that bullshit fake shit, but a real one. And if I can't that I'd rather have a White Russian daiquiri with 2 shots of Everclear. Yeah.
Jeez, Everclear? Did you say Everclear?
Everclear, yeah.
Oh, good Lord. I haven't drank Everclear since college, my man.
No, these daiquiris are so big, Everclear don't get me wrong. So they put there's 3 shots.
Still though, it's you're drinking carburetor cleaner. It's
so these are 32-ounce drinks, or they're 64. I think they're 32 ounce, and it came with 3 shots of 151, which was a nice. You catch a little light buzz, but I wanted to, so you throw the Everclear in there. You don't even know what's in there. And you're just sipping along, and an hour or two later, you got a nice little buzz going.
151 and Everclear are both carburetor cleaners. They're excellent at the job.
Jack, most of the time we get Everclear, it's 192 proof. Well, because liquor is a liar. So when you see something that says 86 proof, it's like 42 proof. Yeah. Yeah. So whatever. I didn't make the rules, my friend. That's a slow comfortable screw. So that's Southern Comfort. I mean, that's orange juice and slow gin. Southern screw is orange juice. It's 101 proof Southern Comfort and orange juice. That's a slow screw. And then there's a slow gin screw. Yeah, it's 2 different drinks.
I experimented one time. My friend had a wet bar in both of his homes that he's had. And we were hanging out in his basement one time. We had nothing else to do but drink, and he had like a full complement of most bars, and most home bars you don't use certain things like slow gin and other weird liquors like that. So we started. I was a bartender. I worked at the Hard Times, and I poured beers and drinks for him all the time. And so we made a slow gin fizz. We made a Blue Hawaiian with his slow gin. Never again. It's the I don't know if it was sitting there for so long. It was bad. I don't know what, but
Come on, dude. You have to drink it right, man. Straight. Don't drink it shit.
No. We were making drinks. We were making different exotic mixed cocktails, and we found these two blue drinks, Blue Hawaiian and blue gin fizz, or slow gin fizz that required slow gin, which is a blue liqueur, and they were nasty. We thought they'd be sweet and yummy. They were terrible.
I don't want to look at blue liqueur shit. I just want to get, my Jameson and drink it straight. When I would mix whiskey with any kind of pop, anything sweet, I used to get really, really sick all the time. But if I drank
it sugar straight, isn't the sugar, but the pop.
I still at 2 different bars I hold a record for sweet drinks. The Brick Oven I drank all together. After my 4th year breaking their record, he told me I couldn't come back. 54 of these sweet drinks, and then I hold the one on Bourbon Street, which is 46. It's but they do things like flaming faggots. You set the fire. It's got Italian flags and all kind of stupid drinks. Screaming Orgasm, which is one of my favorite drinks. I love a good Screaming Orgasm, man.
One of my favorite drinks, ones I was good at the Elks Lodge. Shawnee brought it up with Jameson. Is there was a thing called a Washington Apple going around. It was the favorite shot going around, I guess, the bar circuit at the time, and it's just simple conjecture, but everyone loved it. I mean, I could make 4 or 5 of them in one shaker glass and pour them out, and bam, 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 and it's $6 a pop. It was awesome. Yeah, and it tastes very, very good. I mean, it tastes like apple cider, but
it's
liquor.
Good just to buy a damn bottle and drink it at home.
Oh, no! You can't drink at home. It's no drinking. You're not supposed to drink at home, not unless you have a big family. It's so we used to get those.
Yes.
So the Jaeger girls used to come around, and that was always fun with them. But I liked the ones that used to. They had the Tudors. They had the Tudors with Sex on the Beach and Screaming Orgasms and all of those.
Oh, my God.
We bought a tray one night, and I drank the whole tray, and a girl came and sat down another tray. We drank the second tray, and she said, well, you got to pay for that. I said, we didn't know we had to pay for that. She said, yes, and the owner comes and goes, you got to pay for that. You got to leave. I said, well, can I buy a drink before I leave? I'd like to get one of them big $5 Jim Beam and Coke. He said, yeah, I guess. So we bought 2 drinks. Jim Beam Coke like this, man. This is a monster. Bourbon Street is crazy sometimes. And so we got up and left. But
the Tudors were a thing that were a huge hit in every bar scene, particularly the gentlemen's club scenes. Most of the waitresses would deliver them from their boobs to whoever bought them. So it was quite the incentive.
But they had a lot of clubs. They had a lot. They did have like 5 or 10 different types on the tray. Jimmy, Screaming Orgasm is like a White Russian that tastes like chocolate milk.
No wonder it's white. Orgasm.
It's not white. It's just brown. But it tastes like, I'm telling you, it tastes like a shot of chocolate milk.
Well, and Sex on the Beach is like peach schnapps and vodka or something like that.
Yeah, got a couple of.
You know what? I like dive bars where I just have a shot in the beer.
Then they got
my dive bar at Jim Collins in Savannah. They didn't serve liquor; they only served beer and wine. So and snacks like potato chips and stuff like that. So that way there was no fights.
It's so you go to Pato's, you get you your Hurricane. You can get a regular size Hurricane, which is about this tall and about this big around. You drink about 2 or 3 of them, you are fucked up. But you can get the group one, which is this tall off the ground and about this big around. It comes with these super long straws, and everybody just gets around just for about 20 minutes, and everybody just kind of sits back in a chair like. Is anybody driving tonight? So it's fucking. You know what else they make there good is a 57 Chevy with stolen plates. 57 Chevy is a really good drink, but the stolen plates just means an extra shot. So when you say stolen plates, they give you an extra shot. It's cool. They also make a mint julep that no one who hasn't drunk hard liquor should never touch. It is $1.90 and a piece of fucking mint leaf.
Oh,
Yeah, you told
I
me
don't like,
about
I don't like
that.
mint juleps
Oh
at
yeah,
all.
they just dip the mint leaf in there and squeeze it around and drop it in there, and that's your mint julep. No, fuck that thing, man. And it's a big tall iced tea glass full of fucking. Well, there's no way, dude. You're like, oh, fuck that. That should mess you up. But Pano's got a lot of good drinks, and they got good regular bourbon and Coke. And when I'm just cruising around, I'm not allowed to drink real bourbon because it makes me mean. But yeah, Jack Daniels gives me a mean distemperament, man. I don't know what it is in that charcoal shit, but don't want to be around me when I'm drinking it. The regular bourbon,
I
don't
found that
bother me.
Jägermeister tends to turn people's personalities. Like it turned nice people into assholes and assholes into nice people.
Well, White Russians make me giddy like a little Catholic schoolgirl. So,
Oh, you're always like that. So.
And then whiskey sours are about the same. Whiskey snowballs are about the same. It's just some bourbon now. Mezcal. I've never met anybody who drinks mezcal that doesn't get mean.
Yeah, mezcal is nasty.
And if you fucking eat the worm, you just become like instant like.
You
I've eaten
you
the
can't
worm.
hallucinate.
I've
I
eaten the
hallucinated by
worm.
eating the worm.
I've eaten it too, but I mean it just oh man.
I ate it.
Two of my friends, I'm not kidding you, they had to go around for 3 days apologizing to people. They drank 2 bottles of the shit. A friend of mine brought back from Mexico. It was just, I'm like, dude, what did y'all do? I don't really know, but I know we've been apologizing to everybody. And I was like, shit. Well, see, in the old days when I was young and just a puppy, we used to drink a fifth of Southern Comfort 101 and a fifth of Jack every night. And sometimes we'd get a fifth of rum. And then we would go out. So we would shoot darts for shots to see who was going to get the most shots. And then we'd go, and we lived in Fat City, which is the middle of the bar neighborhood. We'd just get out, walk down the street, and go to the clubs and stay out till lunchtime the next day. And then go home and pass out.
Heidi mentions the whiskey sour. One of our specialties. My friend Brian and I, his cousin and I were like the head bartenders at the Elks Lodge a lot of the time during the evening shift. And his cousin Brett and I, we try to figure out what these people want as like a special drink. And a lot of them like the whiskey sour. So like, why don't I make my own whiskey sour juice and we'll make whiskey sours one evening and make specials on it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Great. So Brett would bring in this 2 or 3 jars of the sour mix that he made at home, which is just a simple syrup. It's just, a certain amount of sugar mixed in with hot water until it cools. That's what you make to sweeten the sour with, or the sour the whiskey with rather. And he would bring in enough, like 3 liters of it, the sour stuff. We'd sell out of it in that evening.
Oh man, what else we used to sell?
I'm a designated driver now. That's what I am.
Kamikazes, man. We used to sell some kamikazes, man. We used to sell the shit out of them things. Them green, nasty. Look at the year somebody pick up a kamikaze because
I
got the same colors.
They were very popular also in the 80s and early 90s. Yes, I remember.
What was that? Was that lemonade that made that green looking thing?
I don't know.
No. It was my Dory
juice and shit. And
my Dory melon liqueur, I think, was the main ingredient in that.
Because they had used to be able to get the melon bottles, which was real close to the same shot.
Yeah, also my Dory.
They had them fucking Jello cups everywhere. Them stupid things. Let me eat a Jello cup with half a shot in it. It's no, man, no. I came from a long line of alcoholics. I could drink like a fucking fish, man. It's unbelievable. But I've been fortunate because I've been able to control it. I can quit and start, which it's hard for most people to do. So I've been lucky in that aspect. But no, I drank. Ooh, man, when I was young, I drank a lot. And when I bartended, I drank a lot. I was like, jeez. We went out every weekend. We were going. Usually, we'd get off work at 5.
Very hard not to get drunk at a bar.
Yeah, we would go home, take a shower, eat dinner, and then we would leave. And we usually wouldn't get back in until late Sunday night. And the thing about it is, all the clubs served food. So you can get free food if you want it, because all the clubs were going to serve food. Like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, they would start serving food to get the crowd a little more sobered up so they would drink more. And some did it at midnight, but they all served food. And then there was places like Gino's which was attached, speakeasy, which was a po' boy shop attached to a bar. So at, midnight, 2 a.m, you go get your full size meatball po' boy. You've been drinking all night. You fucked up. By the time you drink this po' boy, you're like, shit, let's go. We're going to party.
Well,
Man. It's like a second win, man.
Show if you have a bar, a restaurant, or an establishment that revolves mostly around the bar business, when you add food like that of that nature, kind of that you order from a waiter, they tend to stay 40% longer to eat the food. Therefore, they buy 40% more beer, wine, food, liquor, etc., etc., etc. So the more and better your food is, and the saltier it is, the more they will certainly purchase to drink.
Well, in Louisiana, Mississippi, you can't serve alcohol if you don't serve food.
Yeah.
So all the clubs, all the clubs have they'll at least serve hamburgers or steaks at the very least. But a lot of them get pretty fancy meals going on, like Crazy Johnny's.
I actually in my Amazon shopping cart, I have various different pool cues. I have a case that carries 4 pool cues at once, like opens up like a missile thing, and you put pool cues in it, broken down. I want to get it back into playing. I want to retire real soon and like paint and like play darts and pool. Not necessarily drink, but play darts and pool.
Carolyn, there.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking somebody was asking me a question, but there's a lot of drinks I like, and I've seen somebody mention spice rum earlier. I can good spice rum. I can drink. It's not many drinks I can't drink. And sweet drinks don't bother me.
Almost forgot while we're talking about this. Adult themed Christmas beverages. We have Rutter's across the street that makes a very excellent eggnog, and if you don't want to put brandy in it, I usually put Kahlua in it. 1 2-ounce shot of Kahlua in a 16-ounce glass of eggnog is excellent.
So for eggnog, it should be three cartons eggnog.
I entered one pool tournament, Mish, and I came in second place.
Yeah. Eggnog. You should have three quarts of eggnog, 1 thing of liqueur, and 1 bottle of 151. And whoosh,
what are you making? Death Punch up there? What the hell are you talking about?
Man, I'm making good stuff, man. You'll be like, oh yeah, I'm all warm and fuzzy. Man, it's cold outside. You gotta have something to get you warm. Oh man, see Jaeger. I'm not a big fan of Jaeger, Gene. I'm just
me either.
They got honey Jaeger. I like the honey Jaeger better than I like the licorice Jaeger. I'm just not. I like when I was young, the Jaeger
made me turn mean. I didn't like it.
Yeah, well, when the Jaeger girls, stupid guys would buy Jaeger just because they wanted to talk to the girl. No, I wasn't stupid like that, fortunately.
That's cool.
It's you had the Tudor girls walking around, you had the Jaeger girls walking around, you had food girls walking around. A place like Bounty was a really nice club out on the lake, beautiful place, and they owned the Bounty restaurant. So at midnight, they would come in with trays of hot, fresh seafood for everybody in the club, and feed the whole fucking club. And then everybody would eat, and then they would really start drinking, and they'd really start dancing. And they didn't close till 8 a.m. And then they offered a breakfast at the restaurant next door. New Orleans always really likes to kind of combine their food and their liquor together. I'm trying to think of something I want to eat.
I have some chocolate cream pie that is calling my name after this show.
Well, you know what? I got some French whipped cheesecake calling my name. So now, now I'm going to throw some warm rum over the top of it. It's
that reminds me. Sheets used to have these whoopie pies, or like the cake cookie with the the really sugary vanilla cream filling. I think Rutgers has them too, but I don't never see them. I need to go in there and look for them specifically and buy them and try them and see how good they are.
Well, I could teach you how to make some 151 caramel, man. Just put it on ice cream, anything, man. It tastes great. Plus,
I've actually had caramel and taffy pull a cavity out of my tooth, invoking an emergency visit to a dentist. So no, thank you.
Well, caramel can be a bitch when it gets
it can pull out. Yeah, it can pull out one of those metal tooth fillings in a heartbeat. Same with good, shore, what do you call it? Eastern Shore taffy.
Taffy's gross.
I love taffy.
Oh
Oh,
no, Dean.
saltwater taffy. Oh my god.
Dean, I would tell you about the old days of darts and dancing and stuff like that, but it's 9:00, so we can't. Yeah, what can I tell you? We only got about 10 minutes left. Yeah. What do you mean, a Chippendale? Get the hell out of here with your Chippendale. No self-respecting stripper in a quarter would be a Chippendale.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have their own code down there. No, I just used to like the dancing contest. There was a lot of dance contests back then, a lot of dart contests back then, a lot of pool contests. It was easy to
That's
make a
when
living.
fun was fun. That's when life was fun.
Yeah, girls were girls and men
true.
were men, and sheep were nervous.
Yes,
I'm
and-
seriously, dude. That's when life was good back then. Now it's
Yeah,
a piece of shit.
I would agree with that.
It's a wonder. I mean, if you want, I mean, there's things to do and stuff to do, and it's just you got to stay away from certain cities now and certain places. But it's like when I was in Dragon Con. I'm downtown Atlanta. You would think, okay, everybody downtown was really nice. The girl who was making my drink had really, really knew how to make a serious whiskey sour, which I really appreciated. And I had the kind of creamy, kind of soury flavor, but they were all very, very nice. Matter of fact, when she came back, she said, "How did that other girl's whiskey sour taste?" I said, "Fuck." And those were like $10 a drink. She said, "I'll give you 2 in the house. Don't worry about it." And so they're just nice. And then I was parking I had the Jeep with me, and I was parking it at one of the hotels across the street from one of the hotels, and it was like $60 a day. The guy said, "Well, how long are you going to be here?" I said, "I'm going to be here about 5 days." He said, "I'll let you have it for $20 a day." I said, "Well, here, I'll give you 100 now." And he's like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yeah." So that worked out. It saved me a bunch of freaking money because a hotel was $65 a day. I was staying at the Hilton, and so they were ridiculous with that car park.
But I think when I went in 90, it was 93 93, 92 when I went to Dragon Con, and I met almost the entire group of Battlestar Galactica actors. But anyway, I think I spent for the whole 4 days. So I went up Thursday. The con goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday at that point. It now goes to Monday. But I left Sunday evening, so I checked out. And I had a late checkout for Sunday morning at like 2:00 when I drove back to Savannah. So I think the whole team just for the hotel room, $400 for that 4.5 day weekend.
It's okay. Who's my first probing victim with a new probing stick? It's just a friendly probing stick. See, it's not very long or anything. It's I don't know. It's about 3 foot long, I guess. It's it's long enough that you'll be opening your mouth and it'll be glowing blue.
Cat wants to know, Joe, if that's the original Battlestar or a newer one.
This is
the original. I actually went. I had the full Colonial
Obi-Wan
Warrior
Kenobi.
costume, blaster, and everything. I didn't have the helmet. I met the guy who played. It was Richard Hatch who played Apollo. I met the black guy who played Boomer, and I met the guy who played Bojay. And then
I'm not sure we want to know what you was doing there, Jay. I mean,
it's Dragon Con. You were there. Actually, the reason why Richard Hatch was there, Richard Hatch had written a comic book with for the Battlestar Galactica universe. He wrote a four series comic book, and I had them. So I walked up to his booth in the full Battlestar Galactica costume, and I had him sign the things. He's like, "Hey, would you mind walking me into my lecture in a few minutes?" I was like, no problem. So me and some other dude who had the exact full costume on, we took our blasters out. We escorted him up to his podium and watched the whole lecture, like his guard standing at the door. It was cool as shit. It was one of the neatest people ever, and he's now dead.
Seems like a lot of people.
I didn't meet Dirk Benedict, but he was there. But he was also kind of a dick.
It's it seems like.
I was talking to I think Herbert Jefferson Jr., who played Boomer, the black guy, and Dirk Benedict was next door, and he was not being nice to fans.
It's
yeah, he was kind of a dick. Sorry.
He gets
the other guys were awesome. I mean, I could have probably met them in the bar and drunk with Bojay, Boomer.
Yeah, it's
and
very pretty blue. It's what's that?
Oh,
Oh,
I also met the guy who wrote a UFO thing that convention. Where did I put that book? I'll have to find it. I think it's Kevin Randall.
my dogs did not appreciate this the first night I had this, by the way. They were like, before I broke the,
Yeah, but
the
this
sound.
is
bet they were going
this is
crazy.
this is the
Yeah.
coveted one. This is Darth Vader's one that he lost. That Luke Skywalker eventually got.
I think I want a Kylo Ren so I can have the red one.
Why not? Why wouldn't you
I
want
might-
this one?
I might get a Master Windu because I like the purple one.
Oh,
What
Now I'm gonna have to go out and buy one.
You want Master Windu? Here you go.
I get the Master
I have to
Windu.
buy one now.
Yeah, it's still good to have around.
Unless Joe will give me a free one.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some extra ones this year. We're gonna start giving away, and oh shit, we're gonna start giving away this weekend. Oh, wait a minute. I think we were supposed to give away one tonight. Well, somebody's gonna get two tomorrow. What's the? It's
Yeah, I know, Mitch.
Well,
Joe
any listeners of the network can compete for them. The staff can, but any regular listeners can compete. We gave away 38 of them last year. So the red ones, the Kylo Ren ones that has a pieces going across that go up, those were $1,000 last year. I think they're $1,200 this year. We gave away 10 of those last year. And we gave away some Obi-Wan Kenobi, some Master Windus. We gave away what's the one that got killed? Obi-Wan's master. Qui-Gon
Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn. We
He
gave.
wants to know, where does she sign up, Joe?
Anakin
You
Skywalker.
just have to be listening to the show when we give them away. Whatever the question's going to be, we'll usually give them away along with some books or something like that. And that one had great sound effect.
What's the name of the guy that makes these things?
Oh, I'd have to go pull it up. I met him at FanX in Utah about 3 years ago, and he don't go back anymore because he says it's too expensive to bring all of his stuff over and then bring it back to England. It cuts into his profit too much. So they have a guy over here that sells them for them, but only stuff that they manufacture or make in the U.S. He sends stuff from anywhere on these. I mean, we gave away a lot of good ones last year. And we put pop-up, show you the model you're getting when it's coming in. He even got a couple in before Christmas last year. And so we'll be giving away all this week. I didn't think about it. She probably was supposed to give away. I didn't see the email today, so I'll have to go back and check. Yay, Paris, stay out of trouble. Don't be stepping on no cats or nothing. Yeah, don't make me sick. Might get a ski cat on you. What's a ski cat?
Don't step on any cats.
What's a ski
Wow,
cat?
there's the Luke lightsaber by Sabers Pro.
Yeah.
It's $197.96.
That is what's her name? Saber for she's called the Dark Saber. She's a Mandalorian. She's also the chick that played in Battlestar Galactica. She played Starbuck.
Darth Maul
Kate
lightsaber.
Sackhoff.
Yeah.
$194.36.
Yeah. So they vary in prices, and I'm hoping they've come down a little bit over the years. You can get different ones like this one right here. You could probably get for about $299 with everything on it working the way it's supposed to. But these have fighting blades on them. See them? When they sell you one of these, they sell you one with the glass blade. So if you don't tell them you want a fighting blade, they're going to send you a glass blade. But first time you do that, guess what? That blade is shit.
Snap, yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful and they're really pretty, but they're not playing. They give you these blades so you can fight with people because they actually have clubs where they fight. So you can go in and let's have it out, buddy. This thing is tall. I mean, look at it. My arm is up here on the damn. Oh shit! It's coming through right here. Oh shit! Oh wait, I can't grab it anywhere along here. They're fun to play with, but we got to go, guys and girls. It's way past our time. I'm sure one of these days we're gonna go do a raid on Sean Hazlitt. We're just going to go raid his show. We're going to bring all of our guests and all of our people and just go raid his show. What's up, Sean? You going to let us in, Sean? Can we ask you a question, Sean? Let us in, Sean.
Yeah, he might get overwhelmed. Yeah.
Let us in. Invite a couple more hosts, make it like a 9-host run for it. What's up, Sean? We'll come to host with you, baby. We're bringing a force. May the force be with you. But anyway, we really do have to get out of here. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio in the chat. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. I told you, it's a weird show. We talked about all sorts of stuff. Yes, Glenda, we try to stay away from politics mostly on this show. You can come ask us on Friday night any political question. You can even come get on chat with us and on the air with us and ask us. We just, for the most part, we're not 100% out of politics in the show, but we try to stay out of here. That's why you didn't hear us talking about Epstein.
Thank you, Kevin.
So anyway, I hope everyone has a great evening. I hope y'all go enjoy your night. Maybe go out and catch out the media show. It's supposed to be beautiful tonight and tomorrow night, so go be sure to check it out.
We're supposed to get snow.
I will see y'all Wednesday. I'm off until Wednesday, and then
I'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
And then the next 2 weeks there is no UFO on the cover because we're off because it's on New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve. So, not saying I won't come get on air and do something stupid, but still. I know Michelle's going to be on New Year's Eve, so you never know what's going on in the network. These people are crazy. But anyway, good night, everyone. Again, thank you for tuning
everybody.
In. The chat. Be sure to come check out Sean. His number's been slipping lately. I've been thinking I have to fire his ass. So y'all better come give him some numbers, some love and numbers.
Nah.
What's that? She said he does good. I like the torturing though. You gotta torture people. You gotta keep them people like tortured really good. It's better if I torture him than Michelle. Trust me.
I know. I haven't gotten no bad remarks from Michelle, so I must.
Yeah,
she's
been. It's the holiday. She's just being sweet right now. Y'all are all in trouble. Anyway, guys and girls, thanks again for tuning in.
Good night, everybody.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll see y'all Wednesday. Good night, and be safe during the holidays.